Starts, and later there's running and screaming.
G'day everyone, Matt over here.
Sorry, is that me? That's me.
The brick boards here. At least I know the sound's working.
Why is Wally flat on his back? What are you doing?
Went a bit Wally.
Guys, I'm so lucky that I had you, because if I didn't, I would be pregnant by the end of the night and having fake parties who all rob me of my VIP points.
Yeah, I suppose skeletons really are not going to cost you an arm and a leg, are they?
To the Leicester Square store, and they had 3 people stood around feeding bags for the whole time I was there. What are you doing?
I was terrible at feeding those bags. I just can't.
I was. I was. I had security in Sainsbury's. Was it Sainsbury's? Morrison, all looking at me. And Tom said to me, I think we're being watched. I said, I'm not bothered. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm feeling bags.
But I haven't got a Woody. That sounds dodgy. I haven't got a Woody minifigure.
There's 2 now! It doesn't matter!
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to everyone out there. I hope that you are all well, and welcome along to the Family Bricks live stream number 37. Hope that everyone is going well and safe. Certainly been some crazy weather in the merry old world of the UK. And also a shout out to the replay gang. Always appreciate people who watch it back. And Brian's Bricks, who always leaves a comment there. So if you want to shout out and you're watching this back, leave a comment and I'll give you a shout out on the next one. Usual social media stuff, share, like, and subscribe. And I'm going to be bringing some people in soon, and they'll be joining. And they pretty much all have other YouTube accounts and Instagram accounts, and check them out down below. And always good to have that as well. And always have the option for a super chat. Helps the channel out, and we can come and do this. I think last week was the first week I've missed in a while. Just one of those things, life got really crazy and just didn't get a chance. So for anyone who was wondering what was happening there, we're back here, obviously. And I've also got a poll sort of there, being the 2nd of November. It's almost like, bang, Halloween is gone and into Christmas. So the question is it too early to think about Christmas? A couple of the options: yes, I'm a Grinch; no, Mariah Carey is out making money off that song; and what do you mean, Lego, it's Christmas all year round. So with that, I'll go through and just give the sponsor a quick little bit of a plug. Helps pay just for a few little things, StreamYard and all the rest of it.
This video is brought to you by McCatsim Holiday Homes in Margate and Broadstairs. Great for a week's holiday or a weekend escape, being just over an hour east of London, UK. Treat yourself to amazing sunsets, a Lego wall, or great food. Visit www.macatsim.com and mention this YouTube video, and we'll look after you.
And with that, just a quick little shout out to people who've seen there in the chat as we've been going through. As always, leaving Brick there saying things and having a good evening to everyone. I'll be in shortly. Briggy Ty saying good evening too. Great to see you around. Always appreciate you stopping by. And Madlib as well. Always good to have you in as well. I think on Instagram, would you just become a little bit more active, or maybe I've just found your account or something there, so definitely go and check that out there. And Omega Man, great to see you in as well. And we've got Kerry, and she's actually going to be in at the start, which is great to see. And also a shout out there to Brett's Builds. So I think with that, we've got all these sort of admin-y type things out of the way. So going to bring everybody in. So we will have Kerry Brickapix is in. Lady McBrick, Nicole, great to see you as well. And also one Brick Stud, Chris. How are you guys all going?
Yeah, good.
Me being in from the start just means I haven't got a job anymore. Which is good, actually, at the moment. It's great. Actually, I'm lying. I do have a job. I lasted a week, and then I picked up a small part-time job helping out a friend. So, yeah.
Oh, nice. It's great to have you in, and I guess, you finally got rid of the chef as such. Might not have been in the way we all thought, but such is life.
And now I'm chefing myself, so I've gone back to my roots.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, it sometimes can get that way. You sort of sit down and do nothing for a week or so, and it's like, actually, I need some sort of structure or people or getting outside these four walls.
It wasn't even that. I was literally laid in bed, and I got a text message from a friend saying, "Hi, any contacts with some chefs?" The last one that I sent him, he's handed his notice in, and I was like, what are you looking for? And he's like, well, full-time grill chef. And I'm like, well, if you'd have messaged me 2 weeks ago before all my chefs got other jobs, then yeah, I would have. I'll put out some feelers. I says, but if you want in somebody for a couple of nights a week just to help out, I can jump in. He's like, oh, can you come down and see me tonight? And I'm like, tonight? I was laid in bed. So I was like, okay. And I was working the next day. I was like, okay, all right. How did this happen? I was laying in bed.
Wow.
Where we go? So.
Never really spoken too much about it. Do you have like some sort of formal chef qualification or something like that, or you just know how to? Oh, really?
I started. No, it's basically MVQs and things. But I started in kitchens when I was 14. I only came out to management when I was 22, 23. So from 14 to 23, I was a kitchen manager. I was head chef within the businesses that I was working in, and then I came out to be assistant manager, deputy manager, and then worked my way through, and I started running restaurants from there. So I've done everything.
Okay. Oh, yeah, didn't quite realize that. So, do you have any sort of specialty of cuisine, or you do bit of everything? No,
just grill chef.
Never thought master chef, Kerry, a professional master chef.
No, I'm a glorified burger flipper. I can make pizzas though.
Nice. But that's a start. It's if we ever end up in Billund together, sharing a house, then you are the chef of the kitchen.
I can cook. It just depends. You know, it's not. I can't do. I'm not a patisserie chef or anything like that. That's the only thing. I can just work my way around the kitchen, and basically I can watch anything and do it. You know. But it's been a long time since I did any proper chefing. Like I'm talking 25 years now.
Yeah.
So it's about 20 years. So yeah. But yeah.
Very
cool. Literally got thrown in the deep end the next day. I went in for some training, and then the next day it was like, can you just go onto the pizza section? I can't remember how to make dough though, which is really bad. Yeah, because it's a little pizza shop, and it's a gourmet pizza shop. They make their own dough and everything. And I'm like, I can't remember how to do that. And that's where I started.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I can make the pizzas.
Yeah.
Or is it that, or just blocking it out by this stage? It's like, God.
I just literally thought, I'll go in, and I'm looking at this big bag of flour, and I'm thinking, I can't remember how you do it. So I couldn't remember the ingredients. You know, it'll come back to me. Yeah.
Thank God for Google. Like, let me Google it quickly.
Yeah.
Off to see Professor Google.
I've just said I'll help him out a couple of days a week. Hopefully he won't fall on me too much. It is backbreaking though. The thing is, when you're stood in one place doing something, it's backbreaking. So it's yeah,
I can.
I'm not as young as I used to be.
Yeah, we all start to notice that after a while. And just a quick little shout out there to Bonnie's Bricks. Hi all, just dropping by to say hi. Been screwing wallpaper all day.
Hello.
Good to see everyone and Kerry at last. Yeah, I think we were having yesterday an interesting chat on wallpaper stripping techniques and all sorts of things. So I was sort of like in the chat there, and it was like somebody's going to come into this conversation late and go, "What is this all about?"
That was me going, "What? This shirt is not practical for Lego." Let me just.
So, I hope that you managed to get into your new house well and everything's going well there, and it's all sort of happening. And we always,
He's getting a new house. I'm so jealous. Like,
it sounded like it was a bit of a mission, but must be time for you. I mean, you can take all the tips on packing up Lego and moving it and taking sets apart. Looks like lots of fun there. And delicious foods. Always wanted to be a cook at a major crossroads in my life. I went to college for theatre instead of CIA in Houston. CIA. I wonder if that means what it means or it's something else.
Wanted to be a cook, and he went to college for theatre instead of CIA.
That's
Culinary Institute of
Arts or something like that. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So, and a shout out to Simon Moss. Hello to everyone in the chat and the panel. And I can see somebody on Twitch is trying to spam, so we'll ignore that one.
That's why I just thought, how did he or she get so much writing into such a short chat message?
Yeah.
Because usually you only have 160 characters, right?
Yeah, but it's also too. I stream it both to this and Twitch.
All right, okay. I was getting confused then because I'm on my phone and I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. If you had the comments there, you can see the both feed coming in. I'm starting to read it. It's like, "Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion." Yeah, whatever. But his bricks there, everything is wallpapered and no working shower, so paper everywhere and getting smelly. Yeah, I was at a house today just trying to do a bit of work, and I managed to spill fuel all over myself.
That's the worst smell.
It's the worst. I couldn't get it out and things, and it's just like, I'm not even hosed. It's just, it's bad all the way around. And then you sort of like, because I was about to use like an edger, and so like I've just got fuel all over myself. If I get a little bit of spark, this is not a good thing. So
I just wanted to say the best way to get rid of it is probably a match.
That's true, actually. Yeah. I've got like an ick where, you know, when you go, I do not like filling up my car. And my car's it's got a gas tank and a petrol tank, and I've got to wear gloves because, you know, when you get that smell on your hand, I can't. It's just I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
It's one of my icks. The other one's wet wipes with it.
Yeah, I think Ollie in the chat was also then saying his shower is being sort of jerry-rigged, so he's got a bathtub and then has like a hose plugged off that as a temporary thing until they get that sorted. So, maybe you can try that, Bonnie. Culinary Institute of America. So, Gary, you were so close there.
I didn't realise it was American, although I'd ever said that.
Saying hello to everyone, and Bonnie doing much the same. If I can, for some reason, it's not responding. I'll jump to the next.
I have a little question. Showers or baths?
Baths.
Shower.
Baths. Shower if you're rushing. If you've got a bit of time, bath.
I cannot remember the last time I had a bath in a shower in my house.
Well,
He has one every morning and every evening, and I have a bath every evening.
Well,
yeah, but yours are epic though, aren't they, Kerry? They like go for hours.
What about shower and bath afterwards?
Yeah, I tell a lie because I have a rinse off after I've had my bath, but it's not a proper shower. It's just a because I've been sat in water for 2 hours, and it's like I've been sat in my own water for 2 hours. But yeah, I just
the
that
patience
wouldn't matter.
And I admire you because I wouldn't have the patience to wait for the bathtub to fill with water.
Mark fills with
yes. That's why I always find something to do whilst the water is filling up. So if I run the bath, I'm like, I might take the bins out and things like that because I can't just wait for it.
Have you never forgotten about it? Like,
that's that's always my worry.
No, I mean, It's a bit decadent, but I don't fill up my bath. My hubby does. He fills up my
Oh.
bath. When I was working, I'd come home to a full bath. He'd just turn on the hot water and then go to bed. And then I'd get home from work an hour or so later, and it would cool down to the correct temperature. But he's hello. Speaking of the devil, hi. I was just saying that it's not very often that I fill up a bath. You do it for me. Remember, you're on speaker. Don't swear. Did Greg stream that time? But yes,
He's just coming in to find out what time you need the bath run for.
He's going for a shower, so sorry if you can hear anything through the walls. It's,
I'll be singing.
He'll be singing. Please. He's tone deaf, so you don't want to hear that. And it's normally heavy metal.
And Bonnie's sort of added a bit of an addendum for that. Bath for relaxing, eating chocolate and drinking wine to a Lego stream.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Not with the wine, though, because I don't drink, but yeah.
And then Omega Man's also saying poor Mark. And TJ, greetings. Hope you're going well. And always good to see you in and around too. So, yeah, brilliant. I guess part of having missed a few things the last week or two, we never really had a chat now that we've seen the next modular that's coming out. Mm-hmm. So, what are we sort of thinking on that one?
Well,
I'm so glad I don't collect modulars, because that is I'd need that straight away.
I don't collect modulars. I can't deny over the past few years I have been tempted to buy one.
Yeah,
they are good. They are nicely designed. There's a lot of care to them. They don't have stickers, which also helps. Well, most of the time they don't have stickers.
I just wanted to say they do have stickers.
Yeah, some do. I know that, but most of them are, some of them are sticker free, aren't they?
Yeah, the older ones are. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that the ones without no interior? There's nothing to stick, is there really?
I've not got modulars, but I've broken down a lot of modulars for my friends to sell, and they didn't have stickers. And they were from. I'm trying to think. The Palace Theatre did have stickers.
Yeah, I think the Parisian restaurant does. If I remember right, the Parisian restaurant and the American diner do not have stickers.
Yeah, I don't. Just trying to remember, because built both of those. I don't recall them. Having stickers either.
What you forget about.
Yeah. We go back to the I keep calling it's natural museum, isn't it? I keep calling it natural museum.
Natural history, isn't it?
Everyone's a lot of conversations been around like the color of it. I think the color's fine. I think it's not a problem. The dinosaur build's great. It doesn't beat the Ukrainian Iron Belly. That's just me putting my bias cap on. However, the only issue that I have is when that picture when it's connected, when the museum's flanked by the Beauty Town and the jazz club, I would have thought that the museum might have been taller. It's almost the same height as the jazz club. So that doesn't really sit well. I mean, it needs another floor. I know that's going to crank up the price, but I just think it needs to be a little bit taller for it to really stand.
Our natural, is it based on our natural history museum? Is it based on that one? Because that's a really tall building.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think it was so much, directly based on it. Obviously, with the dinosaur, because isn't the one here called Dippy or something? And so obviously it's taking some cues from that. I don't really know.
It is, don't you? Really?
It's great that they've gone with something different. They've gone for like one big building. Because even though I'm probably going against what I just said there, I mean, it's not big enough, but it's still big. It's still one building over. Was it 2 base plates?
Yeah. It looks beautiful from the outside, which probably will mean that the walls inside are very, very, very undecorated. Because usually in the past, when the building was broken up, the wall colors, then it was a sign of that there were shelves or something, and it's a bit like with a hotel. It's a bit bare, but we have clean walls for that.
I'm not gonna lie. I've not taken too much interest in it. I've just looked at it and thought, oh yeah, that's great. I've not really looked at the inside pieces, the pictures. It's one of those things where you don't want to get overexcited about it because you know you're never going to get it.
Yeah.
Whereas with green ones,
Yeah, I definitely will get it. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind about that, and I'm so happy that it will be released on December 1st, because a couple of years ago I spoke with an employee of the Lego store in Cologne, and I suggested that it would be so nice to release the modular building just a couple of days earlier, so between the years, so that people can enjoy during their Christmas vacation a modular building. And this employee, I felt so bad for him afterwards. He looked at me in shock, like, that's a tradition? That's impossible? It's always released January 1st. And I tried to persuade him all the advantages, and he kept on telling me, but it's a tradition. It always was January 1st. And I thought, okay, I give up.
But something's changed. I mean, the Harry Potter way, for example, we had January the 1st sets that got moved to March the 1st. So these things happen, but it's quite interesting to understand the reason why they've moved it. I can see the advantages. You can get it before Christmas. Some people are off between Christmas and New Year, so they can get it, they can build it before they go back to work. But Monarch, like I've said in our chat on Instagram, I mean, Monarch thinks it might mean that they're going to release a second modular next year.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, because it is a tradition. It's like, queuing up on January the 1st for the modular, like they do on May the 1st for Star Wars. I mean, and to a lesser extent, I'm never doing it again. But June the 1st for Harry Potter. There's no point in doing it though, because it's not getting overexcited, and then there's like 3 people in queue before you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's only been a sort of tradition on the 1st for the last the number of years, because before that, I'd seen somebody had done a post that where was it? It's only been that since 2013, because in 2012 the town hall was in March, the pet shop in 2011 was in June, the Grand Emporium was in March 2010, the Fire Brigade was September 2009. Grocer was March 2008.
Yeah.
So they've kind of been a little bit all over the place. It's only been for the last little bit that it's always been on that. So it just does feel it. The thing is, though, is when you go in on December 1st, you'll actually have the ability to choose out of 6 different modulars, because then on the end of December, 3 of them will retire.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, now would be your time to jump in.
No.
If you want to start your little city in modulars, get all 6.
No. Yeah, I've still got a big queue of things that I still need to buy. I'm just waiting on Kerry start. I swore once on my stream and it was justified.
Yeah, it's only a pass. It's only a pass for me. It's a great building, and I bet those who collect the modules, are excited, and they should be, 'cause it is great. For me, it's a pass because there's so many other sets I'd put above it. Rivendell, for example, and Daily Bugle, as well. But I haven't got a Lego City, and I haven't got an emotional connection to it. And every set I buy, I've got some sort of emotion attached to it. So,
I think I'm getting Hocus Pocus next week.
It's probably a good idea to get Hocus Pocus now, because obviously with the because I said to you on your chat yesterday, but the Halloween's now gone. You know, we might hopefully get 90% off. You never know.
No, I'm not going to get Hocus Pocus next week. That's what we did discuss that, didn't we? It might go down on Black Friday. Maybe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I won't get it next week. I'm going to the Lego store next week, so I have to buy something.
Yeah.
Even if I walk out with just a pick-a-brick cup.
Well, it sounds like now the boxes are there because somebody's saying in Edinburgh a couple of weeks ago there was one, and there's a few others which have been popping up in the last day or two. So it sounds like they might be rolling them out now. I just haven't been into the store lately.
Yeah, they are. So mine was, I got, does that not connect? No, that actually doesn't. Sorry, I've got the Friends set here. And
gorgeous set. Oh, it's brilliant.
It doesn't actually connect, it just slides there.
It just connects. Like that. Yeah, just like that. It sticks out. It's just by the door. There's a black piece sticking out.
Yeah, but it's not. It's
it doesn't click in. It doesn't click in. It just slips in.
It doesn't connect then. It's just there.
That's it. Yeah, it just slots in the gap.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Which is quite cool. So transportable, but you'd assume that they'd connect. Anyway, yeah. What was I saying? I can't remember now.
Pick-a-brick cups, maybe.
Yeah. So, So when I went into the Lego store last week, was it? She was told that the lady was talking about the fact that they had the boxes and they were going to roll them out when all the rest of the shops had them, and they were all going to do it at the same time. Now I've seen online that not my store but another store is now using them, so I'm assuming they're all out now. And she did happen to give me some boxes, so I'm going to make my own video on them. I know that you did yours, but I'm personally thinking they're not as good value for money with the way that I pack them.
The interesting thing will be is what price they put them at, because I think when I've been taking the one which I had, sorry,
same price. The price is not changing.
I'm hoping so, because when I've been scanning them the last couple of months, they're always been scanning at $16.99, which has always been a bit painful. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, although I think the person who got theirs from Edinburgh said it was still $14.99, but
yeah.
I do wonder if there is a price increase on those in the horizon. So.
Well, if there is a price increase, then it's because they should have done it before the plastics stopped, because otherwise there's going to be uproar, because I've been testing them out. I'm going to make a video on it. I can get more in the cups than I can get in the boxes. No matter which way I've done it.
Yeah.
Be curious to see how you get more 8x8 plates into it. But...
I haven't done it on 8x8 plates, to be fair. Not going to lie.
Yeah, I'm just winding you up. So
I might try it though to see what. Yeah, because 8x8. No, there isn't. Have I got any 8x8s recently? What did I get? What are those white plates that we got?
Kerry, have you got Central Perk as well?
Yes, I got that a long time ago. Yeah, I got that in 2019, I think. That's already been made and in my display.
Yeah.
I'm up to date on the modulars, apart from... I'm up to date on idea sets, apart from the Lighthouse, which I don't really like. I know it's a nice set.
Nor do I.
I don't know what to do with it. The A-frame... Did I buy the A-frame cabin? This is what's really bad. I can't remember what sets I
was just saying.
I think last time I went, I bought the A-frame cabin. It's probably still in the bag somewhere. Yeah, that's really bad. I should probably find that out before I go.
Yeah.
The globe down there. I forgot I bought the globe.
Yeah. I think Bonnie there. Yeah, I was really solemn and sad picking up a friend's apartment yesterday on my list for so long, and was lucky Argos to get a deal down to 128. Yeah, because I think it's been exclusive and there hasn't been too many deals on them over the year.
I was put off on buying it for a while until I saw it for an amazing deal. I just couldn't refuse it. I think I've had it a year ago. I bought it off somebody off Vintage. That's primarily a clothes shop, but they still occasionally sell Lego on Vinted, and oh, there we are.
I bought this
That's
a
good,
long
that.
time ago. Well, I bought it when
The
it first came out.
recliners.
I just never built it. So I built it on my stream just as a tribute to him yesterday.
That's
and I said
cool.
that I was going to build the other half today. I am not buying everybody else Lego. All Lego.
I would definitely look at Vinted occasionally, because some people do sell Lego on there. A ridiculous price. The Friends apartment set, which Kerry is built, I bought that brand new for £80 a year ago. But the real winner was the Chamber of Secrets set. That was £50 brand new. So always have a little look. Always have a little look. Yeah, I had to drive 30 minutes to get it, and it was sealed. I just couldn't believe it. There's always a set. It's like that Quidditch trunk set that you've got in the car, and somebody was selling it the other day for £30.
That's a good price.
Just people just sell them. You know, a lot of them. You got to get those type of customers that are like unwanted gifts. You know, they're just selling it because they just want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or potentially a lot of people have been nicking. Selling it.
Also,
I've say that they're unwanted gifts.
So that set over there is called Exhibit A. Used in court.
Which one's that one?
I'd say. Yeah, it's such a good build, that is. You know, it was.
There was a jazz quartet set on pickup only on eBay. And I was like, oh, I'll watch that. It was in Halifax. I'm like, who do I know in Halifax? So I messaged a friend and said, who do we know in Halifax? And they said, oh, I know such and such. It's like a friend to a friend. So like, she messaged them and said, would we be able to pick this up? I've not got the set yet, but it's mine. I've not picked it up, but I got it for like £30, I think.
Nice.
It was
nice.
Yeah, pick up only.
And shout out to Trevor's videos there. Hope that you're going well. And I think during the week you obviously had worked on your Hocus Pocus and had that. And I think you did a short on that as well, which was also awesome. And I think did quite well too. So definitely have a look and check that out too. And shopping Pab online before prices, retiring soon. Some for display mock and the other ideas to test on. Yeah, it was... I think New Elementary, one of their latest posts, there's like 2,000 pieces which are going to be retiring, but New Elementary's actually gone through and like done pictures and grouped them. So, because I'd seen somewhere they did just like the list of 2,000 pictures, 2,000 pieces, and that didn't make any sense. So certainly seeing the pictures there. And the one which was interesting was the, I don't even have any of them here, but that standard Technic pin, the black one, is retiring because they've actually created a different mold on it, which was kind of...
I just thought because Lego is famous for their blue pins.
Yeah, so where I got there? Oh.
That one.
Yeah,
that
so
can't be
it's
retiring, surely.
Well, apparently 2 years ago they've brought out a slightly different one. So there's in the middle of it, it's either got like a little slot or a groove, whereas some of the newer ones don't, or the other way around.
Maybe I've got a gold mine here then. The blue ones have got a slot in the middle. Oh no, this one has as well actually. Yeah, some of them have, some of them have, some of them haven't. Interesting.
Yeah.
I noticed that before.
Because that was the thing when I saw that on the list. It's like surely that piece can't be retiring. Like that.
So
that must be a mistake.
Which one's retiring? The one with the slot or the one without?
I can't remember.
I don't know whether you'll be able to get that. That's one's got a hole in it and one hasn't.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think it's the one with the slot is the newer one, but then people are complaining that that doesn't have as good clutch power. So anyhow, it's but the funny thing is that the price for that Technic pin on Bricks and Pieces is so expensive compared to if you just went onto Bricklink. So it's one of those really random little bits of trivia. So KO saying hello to people there. Carry the Pab Jug Packing Jedi. Say that 10 times fast.
I told Madlib off on one of his videos because he'd put a video up of him packing a pab cup, and I'm like, look at all the gaps. You didn't shake the cup. I'm like, you must go and watch my video. And he did, bless him. I have been known to be in the Lego store and looking at people and just cringing, and then I've just taken their cup off of them and packed it for them and given it back.
and then their parents came over and said, "You're not having that. Put it down," and took the kid away.
Never done it to a child. They don't know any better. Adults should.
Yeah. Carrie be very sad when she cannot use the pab cup next year. Oh, I think they are still going to let you use them for a little bit. So.
Oh no, I'm all for the boxes. I just they're not as good value. I am all for the boxes though, because I'm forever forgetting to take my pab jugs in. Jugs now, look. I'm forever forgetting to take my pab cups in. So I'll be happy to be able to recycle boxes. But all this hype about it being the same value, I'm not convinced. We shall see.
No, I can't wait for the Jedi Ninja Master to educate us all on that then.
You just don't understand the sheer amount of Lego I can get into those jugs.
But do you also take into account of the consideration of the time? Because I've found with the jugs, yeah, you can pack them, but you've really got to think about it. Whereas the boxes, you just like click, 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 click. Okay, done.
It's one of my favourite pastimes. I don't worry about the time.
Okay. And Madlib just going back and forth with Trevor there, commenting there, saying hope the move went well. To Bonnie, yep, it seemed to be for the most part there. I forgot to mention though that the Disney castle didn't make it in one piece. Oh, that would be fun.
No. Man, more build time though. It's a great build.
Of course, the Disney castle. The top part of the Disney castle is quite easy just to fall over.
Yeah.
If she's referring to the one that retired last year, the one that's just behind me.
You didn't try to transport it in one piece, did you, though? Because it does come apart. It's only like a couple of pop pieces.
Yeah, that's a little 4x1 tiles modified or whatever.
I still don't. I don't think I understand exactly what it's like to go through that moving with all the Lego. Because when my wife and I moved into our house 4 years ago, it was roughly about the same time as I was getting into Lego. And don't know how I remember this, but I only had 7 sets when I moved house, so it wasn't too bad.
That's not even a Lego collection. That's just a few loose bricks, isn't
it? Yeah. No. The time of that was brilliant.
Sort of like you fit that in like just a single box. Like it's not even.
Absolutely.
When we moved house, it must have been it's 10 years ago now, and it was during my dark ages. So all I had was a tray of Lego from when I was a kid and a box, and between one house to the other, that tray of Lego disappeared. It was all vintage Lego, never to be seen again.
No.
Yeah, we don't know what happened to it.
I'll tell you what, though. Imagine if Duck Bricks. Imagine if he moved. Bloody hell!
God.
It wouldn't be so much if he moved. It'd be like if his parents moved or kicked him out. Like,
yeah, you do. Yeah, because some YouTubers, not naming any, but some of them give the impression they still live at home. It's sort of like, you're not really paying bills and so on. It's easy Lego to spend when you haven't got like mortgages to pay for. But
it would be easier for him to move his parents out and keep that house.
I mean, that's a lot of vacuum in that is. I mean, I remember I looked at his Clean My Bricks vacuum video, where he's going around with a little vacuum. It'd take you the rest of the year to get through all that.
God, great. I mean,
he's got
as well. He's got flat everywhere.
He's got Mos Eisley Cantina hanging on his wall, like downwards. It's like a glorified banner.
Kerry's been in the Lego store. I have been packing jugs at pleasant time. I'm not even going to deny. I've actually been kicked out of the Lego store.
Oh,
numerous times. Like, you need to leave now. I'm like, just 5 more minutes.
They see you like you see like a large group of people coming in right before closing time.
Well, they see me. They see pound signs. To be fair, they're very nice to me. Oh, well, hello, come in. Because they know I'm going to walk out with something every single time. I don't think I've ever been to a Lego store and not bought at least one Piper Cup. Generally more, yeah.
And yeah, Bonnie's just saying, yeah, it's the old retired one. Would have separated for move, but was sewn together with the light kick. Oh, okay, yeah, it even got
nasty. Yeah.
dibs on the front seat, and we had to leave a family member behind at the old house. I'm hoping that's not your little one. It's like, Disney Castle, baby. It's got lights in it. Okay, that's going.
That's what we should have done. We should have left somebody behind, but we were moving. We tried to move all in one day. We only had to move a mile down the road, pretty much. And we'd pulled some stuff out and left it on the decking. And I think somebody's just gone across and thought, oh, there's a box of Lego there, and taken stuff. Like randomly through the next year, it was like, where's this gone? When you like a set of weighing scales. We got it as a wedding present. We'd not really noticed that it wasn't there until we went looking for it. And then we noticed that there's probably a full box of stuff that disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them being my Lego. Which wasn't important at the time because I wasn't back into Lego. But now that I think about it, I'll go through my stuff and I'll pull out. I've got the instructions for it, but not the Lego. Very annoying.
What sets was it? What sets?
It was all so when I was a kid, I was into Technic Lego, and in 1986 they brought out a snowmobile set. So there was like a little dune buggy. There was a big. It was like a mountain rescue set. I still got the big fix somewhere. I don't know what I've done with it. Then there was a big yellow plane, a big Technic pneumatic plane that disappeared. I can't really remember. Just probably about. There were only 6 or 7 sets, but when I was a kid, you got one for your birthday, you got one for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you didn't get them in between because it just wasn't done at that time. So it must have been probably about 8 sets. It was probably over 4 years, and then between the age of 10 and 14, and then I didn't want to know anymore. So, well, not anymore, obviously. But, yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, got a few more now.
And TJ saying back when the family moved in 2014, had 2 large storage bins full of built Lego sets, and a couple of small bins of loose parts. It wasn't difficult to move. Yeah, I remember TJ when you were at uni or college a few years ago, even in your dorms or whatever there, you were having Lego and things. It sounds like in the dorm you would have had more Lego than that all combined. And then Bonnie's coming back and saying the person who was left behind was Aaron's mum. Genuinely had to call to come get her. Millennium Falcon took up the back seat. I hope you got a photo of that. That would have been so funny. Here's the Disney Castle in pieces in the front seat. Millennium Falcon in the back. Aaron's mum in the background there waving.
So, how's everybody going to approach November? Obviously, it's a big month for retail.
Approach it with caution.
Oh.
Remember that I haven't got a job.
Yeah. It's sort of when there's been a few deals and things on the last couple of weeks, it's kind of like, yeah, but I know November is going to sneak up with some of these other ones. That said, there was a couple of good things. I think, yeah, obviously, the Friends Apartment, I just missed out on that one, so consoled myself with a ECS dropship, gunship. So I've been eyeing that, and that had a decent discount, and that's about to retire. But other than that, yeah, it's I don't know. What's the approach that others are taking?
I because at this time of the year, I'm sort of like, well, I'll say winding down, but there's only 1 or 2 sets that I really want to get. For me, it's Home Alone. I'm a big Home Alone fan. Don't know why I haven't got that set yet. And maybe the Christmas diorama set, Star Wars one, and 1 or 2 of the advent calendars. But that's it for me. But I'm thinking, wow, if it's Home Alone that I really want, Actually, there is another set that I might need to purchase for my wife, but I can't say that in case she's watching this downstairs. I'm like, because Home Alone is one of those where you can get a bit of a discount from Zavvi, but do I then get it November the 18th, which I believe is 2 GWPs, and it's double points?
What, at the same
You know,
time?
yeah.
Ooh,
It's the well, I could be wrong, but well, BritClicker could be wrong. But he's never wrong. No. Unless I heard right, then it's basically the Majesto. I think I've pronounced that right. Gift with purchase. You know, the one with the little wizard in. And
the one.
Yeah, and the Christmas build as well. I think it's about, to get both for them, I think it's 230, 250, something like that. And then and of course it's double points. Yeah.
I've decided not to go chasing gift with purchases now. You know, it's apart from the Disney one that I really wanted.
Oh yeah, I don't chase gift with purchases. I was just thinking, it was like, because last year I got my wife the Disney Castle, and I was actually petrified I was going to miss out on it because it was due to retire. But I got it a little bit earlier than I would have done, only because there was 2 gift with purchases going on when it was still available, and then there was double points. So it's sort of like, it's prompting me more to get it, like the Home Alone set, earlier, because you just get a better deal. But it's one of those where I don't know how to get it from Lego or maybe at a discounted price. But then again, my sister really wants to get that GWP because she's got like the Lion Knight's Castle, the Forestman's Hideout, and that set, the Majesto, if I again pronounce that right, set, if that comes out, she really wants that, but she doesn't really want to get any Lego at the moment. So I'm thinking about, well, if I get my Home Alone set, qualify for gift with purchase, give that to my sister for Christmas, didn't cost me anything. There we go.
Yeah, because
there you go.
I look at gift with purchases as money off of my sets because I normally sell them. I was lazy with the last ones. I just sold all 4 of them to a Lego reseller for 40 quid, and I could have got a lot more money than that.
Yeah.
And now I've got Mad Libs. I'm gonna have to try and find some because he's gonna trade me the Disney one, and I'm like, I've just sold all my gift with purchases, but there must be some around here.
Yes.
Some older ones under here, some really older ones. Let me just see what I can get. Right, if I look.
What I tend to do, I tend to sell the gifts with purchases, like the 3-in-1 witch that turns into a cat and turns into something else. That came out last year. That one, yeah.
Pull them underneath the table.
But this year it's been great for gifts with purchases. I mean, I think there's been 3 that I've loved. It's always the Harry Potter one and the 2 Disney 100 sets.
Good as well, yeah. I think the Houses of the World personally was a miss. I just like, particularly at that threshold, it's like, well, no, move on next.
Camera as well.
The Galileo one looks good.
Yeah, that does look good too.
Oh, the train's worth a fortune, is it? Interesting. What else can I reach? What's that one?
You got the Natural History Museum will come with the ice cream. No, not the ice cream. The hot dog vendor van thingy, whatever.
That's right.
Yeah.
40 years and 60 years.
Nice. Will that come out in December?
I think so. Yeah. Or is it?
Because doesn't it normally come out the end of January when the module comes out the 1st of January? So if it's going to repeat itself, 1st of December the modular, New Year's Day the GWP. I don't know.
Well, normally they don't announce it so far in advance because usually it's sort of like, you know, a week or 2 after the modulars come out, and everyone's sort of like, well, had I known? And it's like, well, it did happen last year. So, but it's just like, again, we've got another group of all sorts of GWPs, and it's kind of like, which one is when with what threshold? With like, it's getting crazy to try to even understand which ones are there.
Absolutely.
And shout out to Stud Sidious growing an awesome Santa beard. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. We won't call it laziness. That's what it is. And Stud, he had a I'm just trying to think. There's recently one of his things, Halloween mocks or something like that. That was a great little one there. I think he's got it up on Instagram too, if anyone wants to check that out. And oh man, 250 is the high threshold. Yeah, I just and everyone saying hi to Stud and back.
Yeah, Trevor, it has been delayed until December. It's supposed to be out this month, wasn't it? The Orient Express, sorry.
Express.
I just said random words.
Yeah, no, I'd seen that pop up. At least somebody saying wasn't it meant to come out. Obviously then it's been delayed till when, I've never seen where.
I'm sure I saw somewhere it's December.
I thought it'd even been next year, but who knows? I mean, the thing is that they had like sort of a dribble of announcements. Like there's a new for December 1st. There's a Sonic Shadow. There's like a Super Mario one. Like there's just a couple. It's almost like, oh, we had these sitting and we kind of just forgot about it or something. Like it's not like full complete waves. It's just bits and pieces.
Yeah, I saw that. I really want that Sonic set, the one with the shadow in. It's brilliant. Yeah, I really want that one. So I like Sonic. One of my very first games I played was Sonic. So yeah, I really want that figure. It'd just be for that figure, really.
I'm hoping that Lego with, when the Monster Book of Monsters came out and that nobody could get hold of it, and then all of a sudden, about 4 months later, they were everywhere, and they were just giving them out like toffees. I'm hoping that that's what they've done with Gringotts bolts, because they did have them in the staff shop whilst I was over there, but I couldn't get into the staff shop. Like, I had Lady McBrick telling me to kidnap one of the guys.
One has to do what? Yeah. There are certain circumstances where it's okay.
Yeah, and for anyone in the States, Stud Sidious has been getting a lot of the Mario Piranha sets early, and I saw his little short on it, so you can go and watch that. But the short version happens to be, apparently they're not street dated, and Target in the US, they're generally sitting out the back, so if you ask for them, they will get them for you. So it's a shame that we can't do that with like Argos or something here. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Freddy Cougar Boiler Room, that was it. Yeah, I remember that. That was it comes up with some cracking little retro theme mocks and things like that.
That's not official Lego though, is it? When it's Freddy Krueger.
No.
The actual, that's me saying, Citizen Brick horror figs are so cool. They do a great job. So usually the rest of, other than the character, everything else is just a standard. It's a Lego mock. Trying to say that without sounding condescending, but no, it's Stud has a certain eye for that. I'm glad they're making a Sonic Shadow figure. I was bummed the first wave when they left him out. Like, it just seems random. Like, why just a set to be released in December?
And Knuckles. We're expecting Knuckles too.
Maybe that's January 1st. So,
what's the other one? Is it Rogue?
Rogue.
There was 3 of them leaked, wasn't there? Shadow, Knuckles, and there was a white one.
Yeah.
Rouge
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just try and make smaller junks within the house. Remember, it's your home and lifelong project. Take it as come to get there. Just some words of wisdom there for Bonnie doing her house. Bud's also saying, yeah, Sonic Shadow is one of the coolest Sonic characters. Yeah, my little one, when he went through his Sonic phase a year or 2 ago, that was what he really wanted. So did a mural on the side of the treehouse, and that was the main thing that he wanted, was having a shadow on it. And Trevor, I like the new modular and the way it's completely finished off on all sides. Makes a standalone set to display and a slippery slope to jump onto. The one thing which the color on the Natural History Museum, I'm not sold on. It just
sangria.
Olive.
No, it's like an olive or something. So it's quite a deep thing. And the thing which also surprised me, and maybe it's just because the angles and things, it doesn't seem that that deep. It seems a bit shallow.
Although the pathway in front looks like the standard one, so only 4 steps.
Yeah, so it's sort of like that, but then I think by the time you have, does it have steps and the columns in the front? So then that sort of pushes the back of the building, like the start of the building, back even further. And then, if you extend it, so it might just be the photos and then when you see it in real life. But yeah, definitely, I think as people were commenting, I think it needed another floor because it almost feels like, I don't know, I guess a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about it, and, you know, what can you put in a museum, this, that, and the other, and it's almost like we had built so much of it into our heads of how much stuff you could get into the museum. Then you see it, and it's like, okay, you kind of got a dinosaur here, and you kind of got a little bit here, and there's not that much. Like, it seemed to be the sort of thing where you could, you know, really get lots of little interesting details and Easter eggs, and maybe we just haven't seen them yet, but a little bit underwhelmed by it so far.
But I guess it's for the modular fans, like the bookstore. For a bookstore, there are shockingly few books in the bookstore.
Yeah. But I suppose it's like, it's going to be easy. If you want to add like a third floor and add more details, if you think it's missing an Egyptian section, you can go and do that. I think it's difficult for those AFOLs like myself, whose their psychology is built on, I'm only buying this set for how it looks. I don't like mocking anything. I don't like tampering with the set. But if you wanted to, you could mock it out, couldn't you? You could add a third floor, you know.
You wouldn't even need to mock it. The only thing is what I did with the hotel, buy 2. Oh wait,
yeah,
down there. Just buy 2, and with the museum, it's even easier. That needed to be mirrored, but because of the shape. But with the museum, just buy 2, and you have at least 2 more floors.
Or you just do them back to back, and then if you're then not putting in the wall at the back, you possibly use those extra pieces and do part of an extra floor or something. So that was sort of my first sort of thing, because there's a number of those sorts of buildings when you go out, either like there's a couple of different sizes and they'll have like the columns and whatever else. So that's
incredible.
I think Stud, if you might not have been around earlier, but for December, you will actually have a choice of 6 modulars if you want. So
right. And if anyone really wants to buy their first modular, I really would highly recommend it.
Aren't they? Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. It's just buy it 1st of December so that you have theoretically the option to buy all the others that are on the market.
The whole football stadium thing going on, the table football thing again. You guys are unbelievable. I will not be enabled in this.
Okay, we know we've got what is it? Another 28 days to break Gary.
Right.
It's not going to work. I know that I physically, I'm a completionist. I know I physically can't catch up with the modulars, so I would just want him to try. This is why I have not got any, apart from one Dobby, I've not got any, and another little bit, but I've not got any Harry Potter Lego past 2018 because it would drive me crazy.
Same here. It's quite easy to do. Go on, Matt. Sorry, go on.
I'll just quickly say, why don't you just go for the modulars that have complete interiors? So then you don't have to go back as far.
Because they have lots of money, and I'd rather spend it on Harry Potter and idea sets.
Fair enough. Sorry, Chris, you were going to say?
No, I'm actually in the same boat as Kerry there. I don't own any sets before 2018. It's just when you look back, it's all it does like a bit outdated. You know, it's they just don't.
Even like the Harrys, they're not like, you know, they were genius when they, because you know, like the middle emperor legs were invented for Harry Potter. That's what they came out for, and they're everywhere now.
Yeah.
But actually, I can just remember the conversation in 2018, Christmas. I sent my hubby to the Lego store with a list of things for him to buy me, Star Wars things, and he came back with the Great Hall. And I'm like, why did you do that? He's like, what? You like Harry Potter? I'm like, I know I like Harry Potter,
Yeah.
but they connect. He's like, yeah, and I'm like, you just don't understand. And then I left that set in its box for 3 years. 3 years I left that set in its box.
Wow.
And then in 2021, this is what happened.
Yeah.
I do have 2 minifigures before 2018, and that is Gilderoy Lockhart in his green robes, and the other one in this sand pink.
Sorry, not 2020. It's 2020, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah,
even if completely useless.
Awesome.
Yeah. He was finally in the Diagon Alley set, right?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yes, the Lockhart, he was, because I made up one on my own for the longest time, and then I think with Diagon Alley.
Came out in Diagon Alley.
One of very few figures that's exclusive to that set anymore. It is depressing after a while. It's like, oh, that set's coming out in a magazine. That set's coming out in an advent. That minifigure's coming out in an advent calendar. And I said to you the other. What's that? No, I was just saying it. Even I came across the other day. I think I said this 2 weeks ago. My favorite minifigure from the Hogwarts Collector's Edition is coming out in a magazine as well. What was
that
one? Lupin.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah.
Quickly, thanks for stopping by, Trev. Hope that you get some good sleep and everything goes
mate.
well. Sure it will. Good to see you in, and hopefully we can catch up real soon.
See you later, Trevor. I mean, it's still got quite a lot. I'm looking at it now. It's still got quite a lot of exclusive sets and exclusive faces, but it's a very expensive set to be then popping minifigures left, right, and centre.
There's still plenty of figs that's exclusive. I say it's just in front of me, but a few of them's come out. I think. Well, you got the train conductor that's in Hogsmeade. You've got Malfoy's and
the older Harry Potter and.
Yeah, it's a great number of them. It's just Lupin. It was probably my favourite fig out of all of them all.
He wasn't. Yeah, it's when his eyes change.
Yeah.
No, my favourite figure is still the Boggart Snape.
Boggart Snape.
Out of the exclusive pack.
Cool.
Yeah.
One is now
of the set that Carrie spoke of. But Hoot is nice too.
Yeah, but then you got a kind of a better version of her in like that in the
Bricktober.
No, so the Hooch and the Bricktober that was exclusive for quite a while. Well, then you got a better version of her in the flying lesson. Or was it a better version? I can't remember. I'll have to have a look.
Are you referring to this one?
Yeah. So you got one in the Bricktober pack. And then
This one was in the first flying lesson.
Yeah. So I think that one is better than the Bricktober pack.
Yes.
The Bricktober pack.
I do.
Yeah, I think that figure in like that little set, that one that like went on sale for like 2 minutes and then disappeared and nobody got it.
This one.
Yeah, so I think the other one's a better version than that one. That was a little bit weird.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
And Matt's like, oh, they're all talking Harry Potter again. I've got no interest. Why are they doing this to me?
No. The kids were into it for a little bit, and we were sort of getting them all, and then they changed the color of the roofs, and it's like, well, that seems like a natural exit point.
No, they go together.
Expect another Hooch to come out in the next year or so, because I am predicting a big Quidditch stadium.
Yeah.
We need it. I need it.
The Dungeon and Durmstrang. I'm not bothered about I am bothered about the Quidditch stadium, but I want the ship. And a troll.
Oh yeah, they will. With the Hogwarts casting grounds, you like to think that's a bit of a hint.
Yeah.
But it's just looking back this year. We had the banners. There's Quidditch jumpers in that set. You've got the poly bag, and you've got the Quidditch trunk. And we all know Lego often likes to use be able to use reuse torsos and bricks and so on. I'm thinking they're going to bring that out in a big Quidditch stadium.
They need to do something because I do not want to buy 7 Quidditch trunks so that I can get the Ravenclaw figures. £63 original retail price. Daylight robbery, that is. Yeah, well, I got my set for, how much did I get it for? So I got it for free. I got it for free, yes. From £38 I got it for, minus 5%, so it took it down to £24.50, I think it was.
Nice.
So I can't remember.
Still don't own that set yet.
But no, so I got this one basically at the Lego show at the last weekend. I've just ripped a sticker off and left. That's really annoying. I just ripped the box. But yeah, so we get like vouchers for displaying and to spend at the shops. And then this is what I got. My voucher.
Oh, nice.
So I got it for free, and we always love free Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't say no to that.
But I basically need 7 of this figure just for the cape. I need 7 of the cape. I've actually got one of the figures there, but I'm very annoyed that didn't have a cape on it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have got 7 of those.
Speaking of annoying things with capes, we had, I think it was last week, the June. The week after they tell the Star Wars guys that no capes are problematic and that, you have then the Dune set or whatever come out with that extended long cape on that figure, plus all the other figures, plus that I don't even. What does anyone know how to pronounce this? Anthropop. What is that thing? That sort of helicopter thing with wings.
The ornithopter.
Oh yeah, that thing. What is it?
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, come on, we need to discuss this. Sorry, I'm a massive Dune fan.
I'm not a fan of that at all, but the mechanics of that thing look amazing.
Oh, it's just, when I saw it, I was like that. I was drooling when I saw it, and I'm like, that's probably a set that I'm definitely going to get just because it's Dune. No reason. Yeah.
Never seen the new one.
You've not seen the new one. The new one's amazing.
I like the original.
The old one's weird. What with the oh god, who wrote it? Who did it?
Yeah, the one with what's his name?
Sting in it.
It's got Sting in it. Yeah, it's got Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, but who did it? I don't know who did it. It's a really famous director whose name I can't remember right now. But that is the weirdest version of Dune you will ever see. The better version since then was the series that they did on TV. That was a good version, but obviously it was quite budgety. But this new one, it's amazing. Yeah. You need to have read the books though to fully appreciate it, I think.
Wasn't it David Lynch?
David Lynch. There we go.
Yeah. Thanks,
David
Google.
Is Google right?
Google. Yeah. But all David Lynch films are slightly weird.
Yeah, it is. It is a bit spooky. It is a bit weird. I know what you mean.
It really is. Yeah, I'm not going to deny.
It's quite long as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it had to be. The book's like this thick, and the new film is only based on half the book. So they've done it quite well.
But isn't there like a follow-up film coming out as well?
Yes, the other half's coming out quite soon. The release of the Lego set's going to correspond with the release of part 2.
Well, hasn't somebody saying the set's already on sale?
Really? No, it's not. No, it's not.
Won't be surprised.
I can't.
I mean,
Yeah, no. Because I'm just trying to think. It can't be because we haven't seen all of our feeds light up with all the
no, you can pre-order it already.
Ambassadors.
You can pre-order it. They've pre-ordered it very, very early. So I'm just going to Google because it can't be on sale, surely.
Yeah, it can't be on sale because we haven't seen all the ambassadors
There
for
we go.
Lego,
No,
like all,
pre-order this item today. It will ship 1st of February. It's next year.
yeah,
Miles
next.
away. Yeah. They've not even made it yet. It's still in the making.
But I do like the features. I like how the big, propellers move. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That the way that they move in all directions and everything like that. To me, it looks like it's Technic and it's just got a little thin skin on it. It's like to get the movements in all the different ways. It was interesting, even though again it's the sort of thing that when they had the designer present it, it's like you watched almost the same quasi interview on like 6 different channels from slightly different angles, because obviously that's where they had the cameras there. But it was interesting to hear his thoughts in terms of, the set should be taken apart. They shouldn't necessarily have stands. This one, it doesn't need a stand because of the way the landing gear mechanism worked out.
So this set is going to be possibly not bought by Lego fans, but bought by Dune fans.
Yeah.
It strikes me as being sort of the next tall neck in terms of it's just going to be like a really solid build. It's going to appeal to a lot of people. It's probably at a sensible price point, and it can irritate the Star Wars people with the long cape.
Yeah, there was like a little thingy. It's people saying, it's a military set. It's like, what? No, it's Dune. If you knew anything about it, you would know that it wasn't a military set. And you would also think about what Star Wars is. It's got war in the word.
If you're a Dune fan, and you don't really collect Lego, you'll justify that price point, because if you're only buying that set and that's it, you're done.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's a bit different when you're collecting across various themes, but if you're a Dune fan, you'll just easily drop whatever it's costing. But
it'll be like because it's a similar price point to the DeLorean, same sort of thing. You're taking a vehicle from a known franchise or whatever, and anyway.
How do you feel about Lego? Matt, you probably even know Lego from before 2018, with more and more sets being targeted to people who never built Lego. Is it because you can't really accept someone who you can, but it would take the fun for these people. If the set would be too difficult to be built, it would be fun for the ones who have Technic enthusiasm in their blood. But would it be fun to be built by someone who has never built Lego before, let alone Technic?
Well, I think the closest one to that would be the R2-D2 that they released a few years ago. Like, there's quite a number of people who did Star Wars and like building Lego and that, and they hated the build of it because of the amount of Technic that was in it. So you always run that sort of risk, but I think the Technic, in its nature, it's used for the functional elements of sets. It's the only time when I've seen them get away from it, which was really surprising and well done, was the Optimus Prime one. There's very little Technic actually in that, and it transforms. It's kind of like
right.
So I have a friend who has not built Lego probably since he was a child. He's not into Lego, whatsoever at all. What he is into is Land Rovers. He's part of the Land Rover Club. He's got 2 Land Rovers himself, this, that, and the other. And last year, I got him with my discount the Land Rover, with the condition, not even the condition, with the condition that if he struggled, I'd build it for him because he just wanted it because it was a Land Rover.
Yeah.
He sat down and built that whole thing himself, and he absolutely enjoyed it. And then
the Technic version or the new version?
The new version.
Now,
consequently, he wants the Technic version, but it's out. You can't get it now.
Yeah.
But he also then, earlier this year, bought that big Technic crawler thing with the power functions. And he's sat there and built that himself as well. Now, this is somebody with no interest in Lego whatsoever, but has got a big interest in cars and things like that. So consequently, this is Lego's idea totally. Bring something out that non-Lego fans would love, like a Land Rover, get them building it, and he's now bought 2 other massive sets as well and made them money.
Yeah,
So
but
that's
that
what
is
the top tip would
impressive.
be. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why they brought out BTS. That's why
Yeah.
they brought out, that's why they bring out these random things.
Yeah. It's
You
just
often-
that I thought that building a building is something. Because if you make a mistake, it's really easy to just rip off the first 3 layers, stick whatever piece you are missing between it, and off you go. With a Technic set, if the functionality doesn't work out in the end, there are tears.
Oh yeah.
Technic is brutally unforgiving. But I think too the thing with it though, and I think is feeding into a little bit of what you're saying there, is that generally car fans and that are going to have some appreciation for mechanics and things.
Yeah.
So it's not a giant leap. Like if people know, okay, here's a cylinder block, here's pistons, that sort of thing, steering mechanisms and that. So I don't think it's as much of a jump. Being a bit of a Technic fan, the thing which I've really noticed with it is they are just going for all the brands. Like you look at all the mini cars, the ones that are 30, 40 pounds, like it's all supercars at the top end of things as well. Okay, you get the occasional sort of like token. It's almost like token. Here's a construction set. Okay, here's a big massive crane which will overprice. And, here's a little bit of a tow truck where in the past, Technic for me was a lot more construction vehicles. It was your bulldozers or your front end loaders, your cranes. How many different cranes have there been? And it does feel that it's really moving in that more sort of car focus because of what you're talking about in terms of, okay, somebody likes a Ford, they can go out and get a 30, 40 pound set. Of course, if you like a Porsche or whatever, you've got all different levels that you can be interested in. So,
I think it's kind of psychological as well, because certainly with me as a kid, I got into Lego at, I think I was like 10, 11, or it might have been 8, 1986. So I was 9, 10. It was my 10th birthday. And a lot of the Lego sets at that point was 6+, 8+. And I didn't want those sets. I wanted something that I would feel more adult about. So I was into Technic Lego as a kid. And at that time, it wasn't, because that was 16+ on the boxes and 14+. Whereas the other Lego sets weren't. So maybe it's, it's to make kids feel a little bit more grown up as well when they're looking at stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so glad that Harry Potter Lego and Star Wars Lego went out for me as a kid. Because I was a poor kid. Yeah. A big Star Wars fan at that time. Could you imagine? I'd have drove my parents crazy. I probably would have got into a life of crime or something to pay for it.
That's interesting from what Bonnie said there. Lego themes, a gateway into Lego. I didn't do Lego or even consider it until Aaron told me I could have a big Disney castle to build. Now here we are. So yeah, it's. I think that
so is gateway into Lego. It's a gateway drug. That's what Lego is.
And very much they will do which way. I think the ideas theme is a brilliant bit of, from Lego's point of view, free marketing and research, and it does all that. It brings everyone in from all different angles. They're obviously, in the last couple of years with the botanical set or the flowers, that's getting a lot of females in who just otherwise wouldn't have looked at Lego the second way. And look, I mean, I think if it keeps things fresh and it keeps things moving along, it keeps Lego successful and, bringing in new fans, there's old ones go into dark ages and all the rest of it. It certainly has its merits and its place.
Definitely.
Bonnie Bricks, same until Mrs. got me a Technic set 3 years ago for Xmas. I forgot how much I enjoyed it. 3 years on now, and I want every set. Pricky Ty, I'm curious. What's your thoughts on the big crane? I think I know one person who's got it and built it, and they absolutely loved it. It's on sale at the moment, but even then, I think it's on sale at like £462 or something crazy. Like it's just, And I was sort of doing a bit of a preview for the we're getting towards the end of the year now. I think all the most expensive sets have pretty much been released, and this year's number one, I think Technic might be reclaiming the crown, which has been a while. So I wonder what set that is. As kids, we all wanted Technic. Sure, we had some space and castle when younger, but soon wanted the grown-up sets.
Yep.
And Technic is favorite theme by far. I love the technicality of it and the possibilities of what you can do with it. Yeah, I love it. My gripe, and I won't get into the ramp, is the current powering of the stuff. It's anyhow, moving along.
Apart
hop
from
off.
R2D2, I wanted to throw him out the window.
Thanks for stopping by, TJ. Hopefully you have a good one. Always good to see you around. And Benji, going well. Hope that you're going well as well. New wells in that sense, and none of them have got anything to do with water. And Madlib, same brick picks. We only had a box of mixed bricks, and I always wanted a pirate ship or a castle we couldn't afford. So the first set I bought as an adult was the King's Siege Castle. Yeah, it seemed like you had very distinct, it's sort of like, it's almost like 3 tiers. You had like the very basic Lego sets, like cars, a couple minifigs, whatever, your sort of medium town sort of sets, and then like your flagship sort of ones. And I don't know too many people who ever had the flagship type sets.
The first set that I bought as an adult was Big Bang Theory. Got me back into the Lego, and then I found out that there was a DeLorean, and that was it.
Yeah,
that was. But it was off sale.
Was he done? Have you, obviously, Big Bang, you would have watched all that. Have you watched through Young Sheldon?
Young Sheldon's better than Big Bang, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is
adore it? Yeah, I love it.
Okay, maybe I'm giving it a try. Cause now that I know how you feel about children, cause I really was afraid of young Sheldon, cause I thought that he would annoy me really, really fast. As a side character, I could have seen him, but as
he annoys everybody. It's just
okay.
hilarious. Oh god.
But because it was really funny. My kid during the summer holidays was on Netflix, and he just randomly started watching Young Sheldon, and he pretty much, rather than doing anything else, he'd just go turn Netflix on and just watch episodes and binge on them. So he'd finish the whole season, like the series that was there. And then I said to him, they did prior to that, they did the Big Bang Theory, and so he started watching some of that, and it's pitched at a different level. So it's
things with kids in that are directed at not kids but at adults. I quite enjoy, like Malcolm in the Middle and The Middle as well. Those comedies, things like that, they're hilarious. Yeah, Malcolm in the Middle was probably one of my favourites.
Used to love Dewey.
It was funny.
And Freaky Chai, love the new crane, but could never ever justify that out on one set unless I had the money spare or got a good deal on it. Watched a few reviews on it. Looks amazing. Yeah, I'm so torn on that set. It then just breaks my rule of not buying anything with those motors in it. And then he's so funny in Young Sheldon, much better than Sheldon in Big Bang. I think the sort of thing is by the time they get to Young Sheldon, they've had 12 years or 12 seasons to sort of figure out who the character is and where they can explore it. But the thing I never realized is that the mother of Sheldon in Big Bang Theory is actually the mother of the actress as the mother in that blew my mind. It's like, and then you start watching it again. It's like, yeah, she does have very similar mannerisms. Like,
is she from something like Little House on the Prairie or something like that? And it's like a whole acting family. Not Little House on the Prairie. So the mother's out of one of the
Roseanne.
Yes.
She was the sister in Roseanne.
Was she?
Yeah.
No, the mum.
Yeah. Because Roseanne was like 1989.
Yeah, but no, no, not Sheldon's mum. The mum of Sheldon's mum was in like one of the really old things. So it's like a big acting family. Yeah, like I'm gonna have to Google, but it's like not Little House on the Prairie, but I'm thinking of one of those like Bonanza or something like that.
Yeah, one of those sort of westerny type,
yeah,
frontier type shows or something. So yeah, I'm sure somebody will be out there Googling it away. So
yeah, I'm on it.
And I'm still building Lego. So why is my heating just come on?
Oh, I can't remember much about Roseanne. All I can remember is the daughter was played changed, didn't it? It was the lady from Scrubs who was one of the nurses.
The daughter's boyfriend was the guy out of Big Bang Theory, wasn't he?
Yeah, and there was a crossover because over here there's a comedy called Absolutely Fabulous, and there was a crossover. Yeah, there was a crossover because those characters went on Roseanne.
Did they?
Interesting.
Yep. In one episode they did, yes.
Yeah, no, I didn't remember. Because then she's only in the first couple of seasons of Big Bang Theory. It was sort of like the quasi rival to Sheldon. What was her name?
Oh, no, she's in
correct.
quite a lot of series. She's in the later series as well. Paige, the girl that plays Paige.
No. It's
the daughter of Roseanne's West.
Just trying to remember her name now. It's all the daughter of the mother of the son of the.
But it was Roseanne's daughter.
Yeah, on the show because you had the two of them from that were then in.
She was Sheldon's teacher, wasn't she? No, not Sheldon's teacher. She was.
No.
It was his Howard's love interest.
Yes.
And Leonard's.
Leonard's, yeah.
To this conversation, this is really random. We're talking about Big Bang. It was me. Sorry, I just remembered. My first set was Big Bang.
The first set that you got was Big Bang Theory or something. Sarah Gilbert, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's funny. This is why I think we're all autistic and got ADHD. On one thing.
Takes a certain type of personality or quirk. Pretty tight at Bunny's Bricks. Certainly is. I started adding my sets to brick set to see how much I spent so far. I had to stop.
Oh, you shouldn't do that.
Crazy.
No.
Yeah, no. I'm moving along. I'd much rather get the Libra excavator first, just so I could do the Johnny 5 mock from Short Circuit. Yeah, that popped up on Rebrickable, and then I think they tried to do it as an ideas, and that didn't go through. So I can't remember if the instructions have gone back up. But yeah, somebody had it. Sorry?
Don't they have to give it quite a few years if it's been on? If it's been on a.
Well, I mean, that's what they try to say, but it's unenforceable terms because there's no consideration. Like basically, they've paid no money, so they can't actually do that. But if they want, they'll have big scary lawyers to try to tell you otherwise. But anyhow,
just change one thing. So.
Oh look, it's any pots. Yeah, we have this Sarah Gilbert there. I've never seen so much concentration on the entire panel faces.
I'm trying to remember names. I'm shocking at it. Oh, I've got to be quiet now. Somebody's going to bed.
Simon, you can still get the instructions. They went back on Rebrickable. I got them from Sarah Starbricks. Cool. Have you heard from Sarah lately? That's a name I haven't heard from in a little bit. So yeah, I hope that she's going well. Just thinking what else we had. The Sydney is about to get the world's largest Lego store, and I can already see how they're splitting hairs on no, London will still have the crown, because the Sydney store is apparently what's a certified Lego store.
It's a Lego certified store.
Yeah, so it's not a proper one, and I think the main difference, apart from some technicality, is in certified stores you don't get VIP points, and all that stuff doesn't work. Which
do we call the Discovery Centre store a Lego store, or do we call it a Discovery Centre store in the, you know?
I've never been to it, so I don't know. Somebody else can fill that in.
You can't use VIP points there.
But don't they usually have like weird things where you can buy like GWPs or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know, you lose with one hand but gain with the other.
They just get the excess stock, I think. It's too far away for me to actually go and get the GWPs, which is very annoying.
Yeah. So I'm on Discord occasionally, not posting on social. Who's Discord? Or have I missed something? Cool. Because yeah, that's always bizarre. Because some of the American stores, aren't they like they're not proper Lego stores? They're sort of like all certified or something as well. Or have I gotten that wrong?
I think the American ones are Lego stores. They just have other things like bricks and minifigs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to think. The one or two we've been to in New York. Yeah, I think they did GW or VIP points. And that's how I think the first time all my VIP points went askew. Because I had it in... I'd gone to obviously a British one, gotten VIP points, then went to one in New York, and then we went to Toronto after that, so obviously that was Canada. And when we got back to the UK, it stopped working because I don't think it could handle doing the conversions between 3 different countries and currencies and points.
Yeah.
It didn't seem to like it.
Oh.
Some certified stores will also give you a discount with the VIP card, but not points. Yeah, because even for years, the Legoland one wouldn't do VIP or any of that sort of stuff because it was actually owned by a theme park company.
Yeah.
But I think something changed there with part of the ownership, so I'm not sure about that anymore.
No, we went earlier, was it last year or this year? And they still weren't doing discounts.
Weren't they? Oh, okay,
No.
I guess that has changed.
They will stamp
Yeah.
your book though.
That's very generous of them
Your
then.
passport, yes. They'll stamp your passport.
I think we've touched on the 3 GWPs coming out soon. We've got the hot dog van, the Galileo, and the Majesto. Is there anything else?
Is the Christmas bag.
Oh, the VIP add-on, whatever they call it.
They're always good little part packs. So many of them though, but I don't believe I got a Christmas one last year. But all the others, must have got like 7 pirate ones.
Is talking of Christmas is it hit anybody yet? Christmas?
No.
No.
Discuss that. No.
I mean,
don't like
I would say Christmas hasn't started, but the holiday season has.
No, I don't like it starting Christmas until December.
Well, I think there's one of those little shorts on whatever platform it was, and you've got somebody in a Halloween costume running along and stripping off and revealing their Santa outfit. So it feels that.
Yeah.
I do turn into a bit of a Grinch during November because of Christmas. I just don't want to, I mean, we still have like a holiday day in the form of Guy Fawkes Night. I know that they don't have it in America or anywhere else, but we still have a holiday day to get through before. And, and I think with the Americans, their Thanksgiving is a big part of Christmas, isn't it? They like to get the decorations up and stuff. We don't do celebrations. We do harvest. We just harvest festival before that as well. So, wait a minute. Is our harvest festival earlier in the year? I can't remember. But no, I don't like talking Christmas before December the 1st. I turn Christmas. I don't.
So You're the Grinch response in the poll then.
Definitely.
Oh, complete
People
opposite.
say, you don't like Christmas. It's like, I love Christmas. I just don't like discussing it until December.
Yeah. I'm the complete opposite. I absolutely love it. Already watched my first Christmas film already.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I will watch Christmas films whenever.
Oh yeah. Home Alone. That's it.
Yeah.
Christmas Mr. Bean.
So the controversial one is Die Hard a Christmas film?
Yes.
Where do we stand on that?
Yes, it is.
It's a Christmas film. It just doesn't give you a Christmas feel.
Yeah.
But there is. It's about like almost 100 references. You know, there's like a Christmas tree in the background.
Yeah. December.
It's like the Christmas song, isn't it? Stay Now. It's like a Christmas song. Everybody's like, yeah, it is. It's like, well, it's about suicide. So is it a Christmas song?
This is a bar humbug.
Yeah.
And Mad Lib, a yes. So, and is that to the Die Hard being a Christmas film, or is that to talking about Christmas in November?
It's a Christmas in November. It just reminds me of when I walk into the shops and like Christmas is there already. It's like drives me crazy.
Well, the thing I didn't realize until listening to the radio today, apparently every year Mariah Carey does sort of like this little thing of, you know, breaking out the a little clip or a little video or something. And I saw the one for this year, and it's just like, oh, that just feels so self-referential or something. It's sort of like she must make an absolute fortune with the royalties off that song every year. And it's almost like, I'm just reminding you, here it comes.
Yeah. I mean, I might feel different this year because it's Christmas is a big. It's like, you know, I'm going to be working it. I'm going to be working extra hard. I'm going to be, you know, this. Whereas this year might be different, but still, I don't want it to start in November. Hopefully, it will be different this year in the fact that I can actually have some form of Christmas and not work it all. I mean, I normally
Would you normally work Christmas Day, or is that sort
not
of like
Christmas Day? No, but we
either side?
Either side, yeah.
Pretty hard.
For the since COVID, they did shutters on Boxing Day, but I've consequently just found out since the sale's gone through that they're going to be open on Boxing Day now, which sucks for the people that still work there in the other stalls, but not for the ones that made us redundant. Ha to you guys. But yeah, so I mean, I always used to try and book off. You used to be able to book off, because I don't drink. I used to work New Year's, so I used to try and book off Christmas Eve. So I'd get Christmas Eve, Christmas Day off, and then last year I had Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day, which was quite nice. But the hubby had to work both of them around it anyway, so you know. But because I was cooking the food, I really needed Christmas Eve off. Because it's a big commitment cooking for 10 people.
Yeah, doing all the.
I started at 8 o'clock on Christmas morning, and then didn't sit down.
So Nicole, is Christmas a big thing in Germany, or?
Definitely. With all the Christmas markets, the whole December is big. We already have the start of all the Christmas sweets in the shops, but at almost from the beginning of November on, the Christmas markets start to open, and
yeah,
that's one thing I want to try and do this year as well. I want to try and do German Christmas markets.
They're great. I go to them in Birmingham. It's brilliant.
Well, I want to go to Germany and do the German Christmas markets. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can go to Germany as well.
My wife's been like that. Oh, one year we need to do the Christmas markets in Vienna, and so like, I don't like the Christmas markets anywhere. Like, and Bonnie's there, just about to head out. Got to go to bed. Great seeing everyone. Speak soon. Hope that the wallpapering and all that sort of going well, and you're making good, solid progress. And we hope to hear soon about the Lego room and everything that's happening there. and just giving confirmation that you did go back and somebody got Aaron's mum as well. Not still out in the corner.
Still there waving.
Yeah. I've been left for Lego. Surely I didn't make that mistake in raising him. Although unbeknownst to them, there's the Green Gots they've left here with me. They'll be back. But no, the other thing, I know this is going to be a weird sideways conversation because Nicole, I think we were chatting or texting a week or two ago about when you're doing rentals and moving. And one thing you mentioned that when you move, you have to buy your kitchen.
Yes.
Or out.
Yeah.
I've heard about this, but yeah, no, I'm curious. So when you go to rent a place, what it sort of it doesn't have a kitchen, or like how does that work?
You have to imagine you are the very first person renting an apartment. No kitchen. So in order to live there, you put there, you're on your own, a kitchen in there. So you as a tenant renting the apartment are the owner of the kitchen. When you want to move out for whatever reason, usually the next place does not fit the kitchen that you bought for the old place. What your task now is trying to but that's usually the task of the landlord, finding a new tenant, which you then will meet rather short notice to hand over the apartment. Now it's on you. You can either take the kitchen with you and try to fit it into the new apartment if there is no kitchen already there from the former tenant and the new apartment, or you convince the new tenant of the old apartment to buy the kitchen from you. So it's for the first tenant, it's a really easy task because you have to buy a kitchen. There is no kitchen. And after that, it's a weird combination of moving into a new apartment where probably there is already a kitchen. And if not, the old kitchen probably will not fit in.
So what do you have in terms then of, you go in, you put a new kitchen in, you buy it, whatever. Obviously that's a bit of a commitment. Do you sort of then the length that you stay there, is that kind of set by you, or is it like a minimum 3 years, or how does that sort of dynamic play out?
The only minimum is that you have to pay for 3 months. If I cancel my apartment, I have to pay definitely for another 3 months.
3 months, yeah. So you can go to all the trouble and effort, put a new kitchen in, and then a year later, you might, the landlord can turn around and go, oh, I'm selling, sorry, bye, see you later?
Yeah. No, selling is a difficult thing, only if you want to live in the apartment on your own. But selling it is a difficult thing if there is a tenant in it. It gets even more difficult if it's a long-term tenant of 30 years. If you want to live in the apartment on your own, there are certain laws. But in general, the kitchen is yours. And the landlord doesn't care. It's not that you can ever convince the landlord to buy the kitchen from you, because then it's not in his interest.
Yeah, no, it sounds more like we have a setup like with shops, like commercial tenants, where basically you get a shell and the commercial tenant fits out. But usually in the UK, like your kitchens and bathrooms and like they're sort of like the landlord. So
yeah. You
kind of like it or you don't, but it's like, so if something breaks with it, well, it's up to the landlord to deal with. Like, it just, I'd heard of it, but no, it's just bizarre. And is it the same thing with the bathrooms, or is that by the tenant or by the landlord?
The bathroom is there is a toilet and there is a shower, and if there is if there's a space for a bathtub, then that's true. But there's all the other things like a mirror and stuff like that. that is done by the tenant again.
Again, okay.
So
All right.
when you
Yeah.
say kitchen, do you mean like the whole of the kitchen, or just the fridge, the freezer, the cooker? Do you
The
mean
whole.
like all the cupboards and things?
Yeah.
Everything. The room is empty.
Crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, because I'd heard about that because they always, here in the UK, they're a lot of time they're going, oh, it should be more like the German system because that's cheaper and this, that, and the other. It's like, yeah, but from my understanding, like the German tenants, they have to deal with the kitchen. Like it's kind of like, so
Yeah, and it would be on the and it theoretically is a nice thing because then you can buy the kitchen that you really like, but that's really just in theory. Because like with the last move, I was very very lucky that my that the new tenant of the old apartment bought my kitchen.
yeah.
Other than that, I would have ended up with 2 kitchens. The new one in this apartment and my old one.
So if you buy one that's already in, are you sort of buying it at like a second-hand price, or are you sort of paying for a new one, or how did because you've got the kitchen in terms of what it is,
Yeah.
like the cupboards and that, but you still got to get someone to come along and install it and pay for it. Like it's not a simple. So do you sort of get back what you spend on it, or is it like half of what it is, or?
It depends on it's like on the open market. You look at the apartment, just decide whether you like the apartment. That's the part with the landlord. Then you move over to the former tenant, and then this person tells you, I want 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever they want. And then it's a bit like gambling. Usually you want the new tenant to buy the kitchen from you. If it's too high, the person tells you, for that money, I can buy a new kitchen, the one that I like.
Is your kitchen like attached to the walls and stuff, or is it freestanding?
It's attached, at least it's all mounted to the walls.
That's
so
crazy. Just
yeah,
crazy.
It's so. Sorry, I know this really isn't a Lego chat, but it's to me this is mind-blowingly fascinating because that would be such a because as a tenant you are then dealing with a landlord and the previous tenant.
Yeah,
that must be a minefield.
Yeah, especially it's really a bit like gambling because as someone who wants to move out of the apartment, usually you want the kitchen to stay in the apartment because it's not of use for you anyway. Maybe the new apartment already has a kitchen, so there's no space for a second kitchen. And even if it's empty, the old kitchen will not fit into it. It would be a fair chance that you find an apartment that you like, and the kitchen fits into the new apartment as well as in the old one. So the new
make it fit.
Yeah, that costs. Yeah, and then it costs. With the last apartment, I took the kitchen with me, which was a major mistake, because then I had to pay someone come and fit it to the new apartment.
Take it out, fit it.
Yeah, it
and
wasn't
like
nothing.
moving around in Germany, I think, to be fair.
Yeah.
Trying to move your kitchen.
Because that would be painful, yeah. Because if you're going across town, okay, yeah, that's one thing. But if you're moving major distances, that just
right.
Sorry,
I'd say one thing though. I mean, I rent out a house, and the fridge door fell off, and I had to fix it.
Yes,
I rented the house out with a fitted kitchen, so I could see how it could be better that way.
Yeah. Not in Germany.
That's just
It's
And
that is
the dishwasher as well. Enough. That kitchen's cost me a lot of pennies.
I can imagine. Yeah. But there are strange laws because, for example, if you live in an apartment for a certain number of years, I think it's 5 years, then the tenant, if he or she moves out, is supposed to renovate everything, and which is really, really weird because it's theoretically better that the person who moves in is the one who renovates the apartment.
No, we have to do that here as well. So if you rent a property and when you move out, you've got to make sure it's in the same condition as when you've rented it. So you might have to paint walls, fill holes in, and things like that. Otherwise, you lose something called your bond. If you don't do it properly. I mean, you take a bond off of a renter, and if they leave it not in the same condition as they found it in, you don't give them the bond back, basically.
Yeah. I think just with that, I've seen the private chat there. So, you're about to sort of head out and that sort of things.
Yeah. So I have to love you and leave you a little bit too early today. But gotta be up very early in the morning, and so I'm gonna have to head off in a moment. But again, thank you for having me on. Enjoyed it.
No, always great to see you. In any sort of thing you want to plug on any of your socials or anything like that?
I think just a bit more Instagram, and I do need to Instagram a little bit more, and I do intend to. I've got some ideas on what I would like to do, so watch that space, and also I might be doing a little bit unconfirmed yet, just a little bit of co-hosting on another channel in the near future. And that's it really. But other than that, no. Here again next week, and yeah.
Oh, brilliant! No, it leave us hanging. Words. Leave us hanging with that little teaser tidbit there. So no, it'd be interesting to hear any further developments. On that.
Potentially, I'm going to be a backup co-host, so just in case somebody. There's on a channel in case somebody can't be there, then I'm just gonna fill in occasionally, and it's normally at a time I can't really do, but I'm just gonna be a backup co-host and so on, and just ramble on about green dots over there,
That's incredible.
Brilliant! Well, that's fantastic to hear. So
I'm enjoying it, and thanks to you, mate. I mean, you gave me this opportunity to come on here, so I've got a lot to thank. I was quite anxious at first because obviously I've been part of this community for many years, but I've always been in the shadows, on the chats and so on. But since I've developed confidence in streaming with you guys, I just so I've got a lot to thank this channel and obviously yourself, Matt, for that. Thank you.
Brilliant! Yeah, no, it's always I've tried to get people involved who may not necessarily be streaming or much or anything like that, and I think once you get into a little bit, then you get that little bit of confidence and go, oh, actually, they make this thing look really hard and it's quite easy.
It is easy.
So are we also saying that Matt is a gateway drug?
Possibly. Definitely.
We're scratching the bottom of the barrel for those sorts of drugs, I'm sure.
All right. Anyway.
All right, then. We'll have a good one. Good to see you, and hopefully see you next week.
Right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. So,
and then Matt's with all the ladies. Where?
Turn on the charm. No. And I saw.
I'm not really sure if I am offended or.
I know. I've offended myself, to be fair, by calling myself a lady. So. Oh dear, never mind.
And just straight over my head with that one.
It's just you said time to be charming. Like, excuse me. What was I doing before?
No, I meant me, not you guys. Like,
no, he's got to be charming. He normally picks on us, to be fair.
Well, I do try to get your name right and not leave you in the green room for longer than 20 minutes at a time. So that was just again, because the screen was so small and you had 5, the 6th one was then down and you had to scroll down to actually see it. It's just like I see these messages in the private chat and it's like hello, what's happening? I can't see her anywhere. Like, what?
Are you ignoring me?
Because when somebody comes in, it's just sometimes that low pitch bing, and if you're talking and miss it, like, and so. Ollie, good to see you along. Hope that you're going well. And also commenting, moving a kitchen with you seems like too much. Yeah, it's just funny how you have your culture, and because you've known no different, it just seems like that's normal. And then you hear about another one, and you see people doing something different. You're like, what?
Yeah, that is crazy.
No, I just
Yeah.
So earlier, I don't know if you noticed, but I've got these now. I have no idea why I just took them out of my ears, because then I couldn't hear you. That's ridiculous. Stupid. So
told you she couldn't hear us in the Nicole.
So the ones that went over my head, they were causing me some headaches. I don't know if it's because they were pressing on glasses or but I was getting that earache and headache. So I've changed to these. But earlier, I'm like, this is not going to work. These are not working properly. I can't quite hear you. I'm slightly deaf in this ear anyway, so I was really, really listening. And then I happened to look down to this connector here. It wasn't plugged in properly.
Yeah.
It was like halfway in and halfway out. So, I'm like, why can I only hear out of one? It's not going to work. And I just didn't have it plugged in properly.
Yeah.
So now that I've actually shoved both connectors together, it works really well.
Yeah, it does work well, because normally I think yours, when you haven't been doing that, there's a little bit of background noise, like just a little hum or something, which I'm not hearing at all this evening.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Strange. I mean, I've not done anything different. The other earphones plug straight into that as well, so maybe I just didn't have them plugged in properly. Maybe.
Yeah.
There should be no difference. It's just a different set of earphones.
Okay.
Well,
either that or
as good.
maybe since I switched over to this laptop and the thing's not glitching all the time.
With Ollie's, there's a little bit of background noise, so I don't know if it was. I don't know.
Okay.
What I could hear. But the only problem with this is obviously it's an old earphone jack. When I use it on my iPad, that's fine, because it's still got the jack hole, so I can plug my iPad in to charge. That sounds bad. So I can plug my iPad in to charge as well. But when I'm streaming on like my second phone, it's only got one hole. It's not got a jack hole, so you can't charge it at the same time. So I'm limited to like 2 hour streams on that if it's fully charged.
It's so, like, please just tell me about all the variations and holes that you have there. No, I've got that. Oh.
So glad Greg's not here.
Anyhow, moving along. What do you think of the X-Men jet on January the 1st?
The X-Men on January the 1st? I've not even looked.
No, apparently there's a X-Men jet. It's going to be about £70, 4 figures.
Really?
It's like Rogue, Magneto, Wolverine, and I'm trying to think who the fourth one was. Was it Cyclops? Or anyhow, so
I don't collect Marvel Lego, so I've not even looked at that. All I know is that there's nothing Harry Potterish coming out on January the 1st, which is upsetting. But they did have Yeah, they never do. The Harry Potter stuff always comes out in March. They did it on one day. On 1 year, they brought out the books on the 1st. So maybe we'll get something like that. But generally, it's March the 1st. Yeah. Last year it was March. The year before it was the books. I'm gonna have to check that. Definitely nothing came out last year on the 1st, so I wasn't,
Yeah, because those books or those banners or whatever the different flavor is for the year, it seems they only have about a 9-month shelf life.
Yeah, I've been looking for a piece, couldn't find it. I had to get it out of my collection. Can you hear this? It's inside.
Was it stuck in there?
Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When you get it's a tile, is it?
It's a jumper plate. It's staying there. Oh, no, it's not. It came out, and I've lost it. Never mind.
It may as well have stayed in there. It's on the floor.
I have one in my collection, so it's fine.
What else we got here? I think the other ones we started to see, there was a Jurassic World skull, which is also leaked. Or was that an official reveal?
I saw that. But, like, how many skulls have there been now? There have been quite a few, so...
Yeah. This is a bigger version.
Yeah, bigger version of the same skull.
I thought the footprint looks good. To have it in your city just as a monument.
Yeah, that's a sort of thing. I'm just sorry, Nicole. I'm just highlight you. Just trying to see if your city looks like. Have you put the space roller coaster in?
The space. Oh yes, there. Right.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
What was that like as a build sort of thing?
I absolutely loved it, especially since I got it from Amazon at a really, really nice price. And I really liked it. It's I could even show you because it's not really attached.
Yeah, if it's not too much trouble, or because I think I've seen the recently the Amazon discounts for Germany, and it's like, yeah, that looks like an interesting one. Is it a bad slippery slope to get onto though?
I was tempted to buy a second one. So
Okay,
from that perspective, really. So be careful. Disclaimer: if you see something that you like, put away your wallet. Give your wife your credit card. No purchases within the next 3 hours. It will pass. I promise.
You get over it. And in the meantime, good to see you, Ollie. Hope that you're doing well too, and getting a few bits and pieces there sorted. And also had Midlab saying, if we went over here, we said hello, and then we said good night.
Midlab, Mad Lib.
Oh.
I believe it's quite sizable.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, just the way that you're just sort of picking it up and they're able to like just manipulate it and walk around with it.
It's really stable.
Oh, that does look cool.
I just want more of those tracks so I can add to my Green Got Spanked. It's the wrong colour, to be fair.
This is giving me a really horrible idea.
A horrible, but a great idea.
It's really, really nice.
So we got next March doing a show at the Space Museum in Leicester. So obviously, I wonder what theme that is. I just love how you're doing that, just by maneuvering that around. It's like.
It reminds me of the what was that? That monkey set
that gift with purchase puzzle theme, which I know Nicole was also fond of.
Yeah. I have now 2. No, I have 3. I built it in the original version. I still hope that I can challenge someone to do tournaments with it. But I built a second one just as an alternative build, because I'm still playing around with the hope that I can build different versions of it.
Yeah, because I think originally, didn't you start off by sort of just getting the instructions and breaking it out of pieces you had? Like,
right. Yeah.
So that was pretty cool to see that.
And it's really, I like to play around with it. Let me see. Something that is quite nice as well. The smallest ride.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's the smallest one, and I think it's the very first thing that you built, and I thought, that's so cute. It's 2,000 pieces, and I'm already in love.
In with that there, yeah. And it looks like you just easily stick a little tiny motor on it and even sort of No,
Right.
that's
Did you say that was 2,000 pieces?
No. No. 2,000 pieces for
2
the
dozen.
small one.
Like what?
No. It's and all of them just tracks.
Yeah.
it's
think-
much bigger in real life.
Right. Yeah, I'm not really sure how many. My best guess would be 800 pieces, but that's just guessing.
Yeah. Pulling a number
Yeah.
out.
I think I paid 70 euros for it, more or less. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about right. Yeah, because I think with postage and everything, I'm seeing it on Amazon Germany for about £64. So that would be about 70 euros, like if you took the postage off, sort of
Yeah.
thing. So,
Right.
Have you ever been stung with customs, Matt, when buying from Germany, or have you managed to skip it?
no, because for quite a while, I just managed to stick under. But now when you do it, if you go over, Amazon Germany itself will then tell you, you'll see it, price, postage, customs. So okay. And then, if you drop it back by, £5, £10, whatever it is, it will
What's
then
the
just...
limit?
It's usually about 185 euros.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
I mean, I've sent stuff over there, like stuff that's like I've put down that it's £100, and the person has been stiff with the cost, like the postage cost to go pick it up. And it's happened to me a couple of times if I've ordered from America, where I've ordered like a Geo coin or something that's worth 60 quid, and then I've had to pay £12 to go and get it.
Yeah, no,
I
I think
it's just me.
No, I remember something similar. Yeah, I bought like a tube of paint from the States because it was made out of something that you can't actually get here, and it was only like 30 American dollars. But then by the time I got it here, they had customs, the postage fee, this, that, and the other. It worked out to like £100.
Yeah.
It was mental. I just looked and that's like, I'm paying more in all these other additional fees. Because I think, first of all, was that through Royal Mail?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Royal Mail then just do, like, because they can, like a £12 admin fee for, like, nothing.
So annoying. Yeah. Sometimes it gets through, sometimes it doesn't, depending on what mood they're in.
But I think too, obviously, Amazon Germany is probably it as an entity, it would have relationships or whatever. Whereas I don't know. I've never been stung by it. I've always sat at that limit though and been very conscious of it. So, and it's now I've noticed in the last 3 or 4 months, it has put on that feature where if you go over it automatically will give you, hey, you're at the threshold, you are going to be paying an extra 30%, and this is how much it is. At which point, you feel like, yeah.
I did just think just after Brexit they were just punishing us, to be fair.
Mm.
And now they've chilled a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's a combination of punishing. They're implementing rules and nobody seemed to really know, or it's sort of like, they have the government policy and it's like, okay, you've now got to implement this in 2 days' time. And it's like,
yeah,
but we have no infrastructure to do it in 2 days' time. Like, what are we talking about here? And you got
on the news as well. In next year, we have to pay a visa fee to go to Europe.
Do we?
Yeah, they're implementing that next year.
Well, okay,
a
then.
visa. And it costs us pennies to go on holiday. Unless they change it before then.
I usually find it's a tit for tat thing. Like, they'll do that, and then the UK will do that too. It's like, okay, now you have to pay to come here. Like, it's...
Yeah.
So, but most countries, like, when we go to the States, you've got to get the visa. I'm just trying to think. No, Dubai's generally been okay. I mean, Europe has been okay.
Yeah, it's just that I've only ever got a visa going to the States, not anywhere else. Yeah.
There's been a couple of other Asian countries that had to do that. Yeah, it's all I think it's a bit more on the money raising side of things at some points. And hello to Flab.
Oh no.
Well, it's nice to see you around, and that was the last time she'll ever come back.
I
It's
thought it was just me that had problems with words.
no, Fab Blondie's Bricks is one that I've always struggled with. Like I don't think I've ever gotten it right. So, and Mad Lip has been the other one, which when you just see letters but you can't actually say them because something else is stuck in your head for some bizarre reason. So
Are you by any chance dyslexic?
I don't think so, but
Because I am slightly dyslexic, and I do have to concentrate on a word before I read it. Because I know when I'm reading, I put extra words in. But when you've got to read from a book aloud,
yeah,
I put extra words in. And when I'm writing, I mix up letters. My writing's atrocious.
okay.
And I'm undiagnosed dyslexic. They just thought you were an idiot as a child. But I have been told that I am dyslexic and dyscalculate as well. I can't remember numbers and things. But yeah, this when you're getting words wrong like that, maybe you're dyslexic. Maybe. Have you got any problems with writing or anything like that?
No. I think it's usually just you're trying to, like, when you probably know sometimes when you're hosting, you're trying to juggle a few different things at times, so your mind's kind of not quite there. And then when words are kind of not, like, I think with Mad Lab, I did it again, Mad Lab.
Mad Lib.
Whether or not I just got in my head like Mad Magazine or something, and then when it's all case like that, and it's not like a usual sort of word, like obviously mad is, but then lib is. Anyhow, I'm just probably trying to justify something. And then I think with Fab Blondie's Bricks, it's the combination of the tongue twister and the title case is confusing my brain. It's like,
I have a problem with Fab Blondies. I don't say the bricks. Fab Blondies, I can't say all three.
Yeah.
I stick with Fab Blondies. Yeah. And I have problems writing it because it's got two B's next to it, but it doesn't really happen.
Okay, so she's come along, and within
Just
the
call
first.
you Fab. There we go, Fab.
There we go. Yeah, go with Fab. Come along, and within the first 2 minutes, they had everyone getting the name wrong. That's it.
Oh, but I'm glad that Carrie added the more information. It started tricky with, I have a problem with Fab Blondie. Pause. You have a problem with the name. Oh.
I don't have a problem with Fab Blondies. No.
I just thought for a second, like, do I intervene? Like, she's a really nice person.
And Mad will go by Mad if that helps. That's cool.
I'll go by Mad if that helps. So you got Mad and Fab.
Mad and Fab. Mad
Yeah.
And then I think I had a bit of a slip there. It's like Flab Blondie's Bricks. Like, let me dig the hole just a bit deep.
Why is this not fitting in there?
It's okay. I understand. At least somebody understands. So, just out of interest, Nicole, what have you been sort of building or working on this evening?
I am building a Republic fighter tank.
Fighter tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I bought it just for the minifigures. But...
Yeah, there's nice figures in that one. Yeah.
Yeah. And for once, I bought it from the Lego store at 30% off.
Really? Oh, when was
that? It's so weird. I went to the Lego store and I'm not really sure. I think it's a new one. It's in the past, my Lego store had a section with discounted sets, and they don't seem to do that anymore. It was I went for the Millennium Falcon Christmas set, and it totally innocently sat next to it, and I thought 33 euros or something. I am looking at this set for ages now and can't bring myself to buy it. It's impossible that that this is the regular price. and rightfully enough, it's 45 euros.
Yeah, no, it even in the UK about 3 weeks ago, or maybe 4 weeks ago, it went on sale for about a third off. Which, yeah, it basically has never done that.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes that'll be the thing with when I was getting Amazon Germany orders, you know, it wouldn't quite come up to it. And those are actually been really hard to get here too, because the Lego stores generally don't have them anymore. And online, you could only, if you could get them, I think it was like a 2 limit or something.
Yeah.
So if I was getting something from Amazon Germany, I've already paid for the postage. It's sort of like, okay, well, I'll just add another one of those. Because here it's exclusive to, I think it's Smith's. So it was bizarre then seeing it like it's on Amazon Germany there. It's like, oh,
right. But I think on Amazon Germany it was even above the retail price, because it wasn't really from Amazon when I saw it. It was just from a third party.
Oh, third party.
Yeah, it's so weird. I bought, what did I buy? I bought the gunship, the new one.
The new one,
and yeah. I have the ghost ship sitting there waiting for the price to drop, and it's still the retail price on Amazon. Strangely, I thought that because the gunship is 150 euros on Amazon, it's it's sold by a third party for 180. And I thought, why pay 30 euros more for a 150 euro set?
And it's not. Is it not retired yet?
No.
No, it's only just come out.
Yeah.
Oh right, and that's like, what? That's stupid.
Yeah, it must be. They must be out for people who do not know to check for Lego themselves.
Yeah. I see you later, Fab.
No. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sure that was one of the most weird, quick drive-by stream visits you've ever been. Either that or like,
now she's leaving.
There's really no point to come back to this one or stick around anymore. So,
what was £16?
Yeah. Oh no, she's saying it was the fighter tank. It was exclusive, but it's exclusive to Tesco's, and yeah, it did drop down to 16. But it was one of those sorts of things. Yeah, if you could get it in your store, like, so that's why. Yeah, I was thinking it's like Smith. No, I don't think it was. So yeah, yeah, and it's hard to find now. It always pretty much was, and also just saying a cheerio to Fab Blondie's Bricks. Yeah, I just got it right. She's probably.
Have you seen pictures or a picture of the new CMF figures?
I've seen those, yeah.
Yeah, yes.
There's going to annoy so many people.
Why is that?
It's all because there's a goat in it.
Oh,
there's a Lego goat. It's like,
aren't there even two goats?
I don't know. I'm not sure about the two.
Is it the same as the old one, or is it slightly different? Like, I think it doesn't have spots or something like that.
Yeah, but it's still the same mold.
Yeah. But do you think with some of those sorts of things, it's because people can't have them that they want them? Like, does anybody really want a goat? Like,
no, I don't want a goat, but when I heard that it was exclusive and you can't get hold of it, it's like, oh, do I want a goat? And it's like, no, you don't. Pack it in.
Right.
Yeah. What are you going to do with it? Like,
yeah.
Well, if you had a Jurassic Park set, like with the Jeeps.
Oh, that'd be cool. Cruel, but cool. It's like on my display. So on my display, I've got dead Cedric in there, and then like a mum came along and went, "Oh look, it's Cedric, he's dead," and started laughing, and I was like, "Oh God." Like, her child went, "What, mummy?" And she's like, "Oh, nothing." So it's like, yes, that's just for the adults. Don't
Right.
say it out loud.
Yeah.
And the goat would be just for the adults, you know. It was so funny though. She started giggling and then she realised what she'd done. It's for a 6-year-old child. Oh, dead Cedric. Oh dear. The goat. Yeah. When I saw that, I started chuckling and thought, there you go, all the scalpers are going to be crying, and all those people that spent £70 on a goat are just going to be weeping in their Cheerios.
Well, I think that's always been not so much the danger, but the possibility. Like when people, particularly the first time round, were getting, what was it, the Taj Mahal, and that got up to like on the secondary market like $3,000 or pounds or whatever, and it's sort of like, you know, it almost seemed half the reason they re-released it was just to stop that nonsense.
That's why they did it with the Millennium Falcon as well. That initial one was like £3,000.
Yeah. But I'm sure too, they also looked at it and went, you know what, we could re-release this and sell it like indefinitely again for more. Like
exactly, yeah.
Whereas I think the Taj Mahal was more because at the time, yeah, it was a nice build and everything, but it's like, you know, it was the biggest Lego set or something like that.
Yeah.
Lego
will always re-release something later on. You just have to be patient, but obviously that's hard to say. That's hard to tell. I think the only exception is the ideas sets. If you really want the set, you need to make sure you get it because it won't be. I know they've re-released a couple of them.
But that almost seemed to be partially like a COVID thing. It's almost like, well, the world's all kind of messed up. We may not have the right production in the right place. So let's just throw a couple of these ones back out there or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, was that why they redid it? I know. I think because especially with the if you remember the initial Voyager, the Saturn, that was hard to get hold of. People were paying extra money for that when it first came out. Oh wait a minute, that was COVID, wasn't it? Did it come out in COVID?
No, I think the re-release was in COVID, like the first year to it.
But they re-released it in COVID. But initially, that Saturn kept on running out at the shops.
Yeah.
So they couldn't make it in time to get it on the shelves. Quite a couple of sets went like that, I think.
Yeah, because even initially the DeLorean for the first 6 months, that was really hard to get a hold of. Like, you know, it would sell out, it would come back in, it would sell out.
The big one, yeah. I couldn't get hold of one. And then I found one in I found one at Legoland Discovery Centre.
Yeah,
Legoland Discovery Centre, yeah.
I think outside of the initial 6 months or whatever, like, it's always available.
Yeah, you just need to be a bit patient if you don't get it on the first time round. I mean, I panicked with Gringotts, and then I went in on Apple Day and there was loads of them.
Yeah.
But that was the store manager making me panic, basically. So, yeah.
To ensure that you bought it.
She did it on purpose. Definitely.
It's like, yeah, I remember her coming in 10 minutes before I wanted to leave and doing pad cups.
I was queuing for opening time on that day, and whilst I was stood there filling my pad cups, she said she had 70, and in the first hour she sold 25. So you can see why I panicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw people just walking towards the till with them again and again and again whilst I was filling up a pad cup, and I'm like, yeah, I need to get one.
Yeah, last Saturday, or Sunday, did they have some sort of make and take at the Lego store?
Not sure. Is there any special? They may have
I just thought it may have been half term because I walked. My little one had like a birthday party near the Lego store. They've got like one of those little trampoline type places.
Oh yeah.
And you quickly walk past there, and it was at an odd time, and it's like the queue was horrendous. And it's like that can't just be a normal half-term queue. It must be like a make and take or something.
Maybe. I generally avoid the make and takes unless it's a Harry Potter one or a Star Wars one. Madlib says, when do they release the CMS? Is it the 1st? I mean, I don't collect them, so I don't really know.
Yeah, no. Usually there's something on the 1st of January.
Yeah, that's the series, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
They do like the special ones, like, you know.
Oh, that
Harry
didn't
Potter.
sound good.
No.
What was that?
What?
I'll tell you what's not good. I didn't hear this crash, but I've come in. Let me move this out of the way. That is my mock.
Oh.
And I think a cat has been on this desk because this is part of my mock in bits. So yeah, I think a cat's been there.
Could be
Probably
problems
a
for
good thing anyway, 'cause I
kitty
had to
cat.
rebuild it. It's my own fault for leaving the door open.
Letting it in.
Yeah, never mind.
What happened to your castle?
My castle?
Yeah, your Hogwarts castle, wasn't that always next to you?
Oh, it's over there. I just wanted it. I wanted it off my desk.
Ah,
Yeah.
there it is.
It's taken up too much room. Yeah. Oh wait, 1 minute. There we go. So it's over there in the middle of the pile. That needs to be
cool.
sorted because I don't know whether you can see it, but there's a bit of train track just hanging around.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
The red train.
There's a
It's like,
horse
yeah.
on the tracks along with a car. I don't know where that car's from. But that's on there. Wally and Evie are there. Yeah, and there's just there we go. Look, there's the trains there.
Is that the Disney train battle pack?
That's the Disney train, yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I've got a little bit of a. So there's normally a Hogwarts Great Hall there, but at the minute I've got a bit of a mock there that I did for last Christmas. So yeah, I've just dumped everything on there so I could clear this off so I could build. But I'm just running out of space. I need some shelves over there. I'll sort it at some point.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Oh.
Yeah, because when you had your friend's box there, it's like, oh wow, everything's kind of being cleaned up. Like,
No, it hasn't.
yeah, and then you've sort of taken it away. It's like,
Yeah,
that's the normal.
Currently on there.
Gentler down.
Let me get these out of the way. So behind there, there's the office set down there where I've got nowhere to put it. There's the Dagobah set. There's the actual train station, so the big Hogwarts set.
Hogsweed.
There is bits of my mock that now need rebuilding, and then there's a pick brick up there as well. I didn't know that was there. Ooh, lots of anybody needs any light bluish light. I'll get there in a minute. Light blue tile pieces. I've got quite a few. But yeah, so it's just a bit
water.
Yeah, my water's actually the darker blue mixed in with some of that actually. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, it's just a pile. I just need to start building that mock at some point now that I've signed up for Bricktastic. Otherwise, I'm gonna have nothing to display.
Bricktastic, is that Manchester?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I've not been accepted yet, so I might even get accepted. But I need to actually at least attempt to build something just in case.
So when you do that, what do you say? I'm going to build this, or I've built this in the past, or how does that normally work?
So when you sign up, they'll ask you if you've got any pictures of your mock, or they'll ask you to describe your mock. So I've basically said Harry Potter scenes because my mock that I already display is basically Harry Potter scenes, but because I've displayed that already, I want to kind of do a bit more based around the same things though. And I didn't take a picture of the updated version of it this time, so I didn't actually post a picture. But yeah, we shall see.
Have you ever sort of, seriously applied to something and been rejected?
No. I've only ever applied to like smaller displays.
Okay.
but obviously Bricktastic is the creme de la creme, and I don't think that what I display at, I mean, so people have told me that mine is good enough to display at Bricktastic, but I personally don't think it is. So, you know, no matter what anybody says, it's what I think.
Yeah. But in terms of why is that? You just, why?
I just don't think it's good enough. You know, I need to. It might just be me. I don't know. Might just be my insecurities. I'm not entirely sure, but I personally don't think it's good enough, and I want to make something a bit better. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's always.
There's a lot of good stuff out there. I mean, I've only just recently started mocking as well. I'm quite new to it. Like, you know, I've only been doing it for like a year or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my first display was last year, was it? Yeah, at Sheffield Brickfest, and then I've just redone it again. So, yeah.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, just curious to sort of know what the thought process is on the other side, whether they sort of, because it sounds like a number of people in a similar position. It's sort of like, I don't really make the mock until like the month before the show, like.
Yeah. But it's a case of as well. It's like if you've got your mock and then you display it. I mean, I know a lot of people build something specifically for that show. So now obviously I've displayed mine, so I feel that I should build something for the show as well. So whether I add to what I've done or yeah,
it's a hard thing to sort of know with that, because I mean it depends on what you do and things like that. But any mock you do, it gets expensive quick. So. There's got to be a trade-off between I can't do something new for every single show.
Yeah. Especially since I still haven't got last year's logbook yet. It's ridiculous.
Last year's or this
Last year's. I have not signed up for this year because I've not got last year's.
But when you say last year, you mean like 2023?
Yep.
Okay,
so the logbook that you guys got earlier this year, that you ordered.
No, I haven't got it yet. I haven't got
You haven't got yours either.
No, apparently it's about to come.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So have you done it through Northern Brickworks or through
London AFOLs?
So London AFOLs haven't got theirs then?
No.
So it's not just, I was thinking it was just my lug. So that makes me feel a little bit better.
Because are you Northern Brickworks?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, because I thought I saw, I can never remember. Because sometimes Rich, that's it.
Yeah.
Sometimes on the London forum as well.
Well, there was a bit of a what we've done here. There was a bit of a kerfuffle on ours because I basically posted a question asking about it, and then somebody went further on that question, and he got not shouted at, but talked down. But it was a fair question, you know. We paid a lot of money, just a little bit of information would be nice. I mean, I know now what's happened, but we didn't know that initially. We were told nothing, so.
Yeah, I don't know. We've always been told, it comes when it comes, sort of thing. So.
Yeah. It's just that we've now got like the sign up for next year's, and I haven't got this year's, and it's like, well, I'm not going to sign up for next year's. Well, I'm not going to sign up anyway because I've been made redundant. I think it's a bit silly if I do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, that's the funny thing. I sort of went looking the other day when they said, "Oh, we may be getting it soon." It's like, what had I even ordered? And then I looked
I can't remember what I've ordered.
And it's like what I'd ordered, because I'd done a mock or something in between. It's like, all these other pieces which I ended up buying from Bricklink, I could have bought through this, but then it's like, well, it's so late anyhow. I would have ordered.
Why is there the poking stick that they? Oh, sorry, I'm just I'm just doing this friend set. And I'm like, what is this for? And then, like, I've just read the poking stick that they used to check on their neighbour in the opposite building when they thought he died. I just remember, oh God, there's so many funny scenes in this. It's like Ross. I started giggling earlier because Ross is in his leather trousers with his talcum powder.
Yeah.
Don't know if you watched. Have you watched it, Matt? Friends.
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Oh God, there's so many Easter eggs. Yeah. The cat was like, I was like, why is there a cat in here? Then I thought it was I thought it was Phoebe's grandma's cat, but it's not. It's the cat on the balcony that attacked Ross just as he was about to kiss Rachel. It's not Phoebe's grandma. She thought he'd been reincarnated as a cat.
Because didn't Phoebe do the
Smelly cat.
Smelly cat?
Smelly cat.
And then I thought I saw a short somewhere that then she did it live on stage with Taylor Swift. It was like
she did, yeah. Oh, then I turn it over and there's the turkey. The turkey is from the famous Thanksgiving episode where Monica wore the turkey on her head. Oh dear, all the bits. It's hilarious. Right, I'm going to pause it there because I've got 3 bags left.
I guess now it's going to be the sort of thing they'll never do another Friends set.
No, I don't think so. I mean, people have bought it, haven't they, and bought it out. It's like literally sold out this week, apparently.
Yeah, it also had like a 3rd discount on it as well. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, that's on Argos. That's why, because it's like an Argos exclusive.
Yeah.
So it's on the Argos in the Lego store, and I went looking for one at the Lego store a while ago, and they're like, no, we sold. We don't actually have them in stores, and we haven't for quite some time. Because at least there's only so much space, and when you've got 1,000 different odd sets available for sale.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Which is, it's interesting because the Central Perk one was like everywhere and forever on sale. Like,
I couldn't get hold of the Jazz Cafe from anywhere because that had also been taken out of sale.
Sorry, the
Jazz Cafe. Sorry, the Jazz Quartet. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That had been taken out of stores, so that's I've got it up now anyway for second hand. But I would have had to order it straight from Lego. I missed it when it went on sale through John Lewis, I think it was.
Yeah, no, because that was only released. Was that a New Year's Day this year? Or I want to think it's like March or something.
I don't know, but it wasn't on sale very long in the Lego store before they took it out. So.
Because I remember, I think one of the early streams Trevor came on. That might have been the first thing he built, and I think it had only just been released or something. No.
I'm really confused. Oh, right a minute. It's that way, isn't it? Yeah, that way. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you had much sort of wild weather up where you are, Kerry?
Had a lot of rain. We didn't have any flooding where we were. We don't live. So I live near the river, but the flood goes the other way. If you know what I mean. The floodplain near our river is the other way. In between me and the next village is a massive farm still, so we got flooded. But nothing major. It was all in Sheffield and Rotherham again. What normally happens is Sheffield will get flooded so much then they'll open the floodgates and flood Doncaster, but that didn't happen this year, which is good because it destroyed quite a lot of houses last time it happened, which was in was it 2015 last time that happened? No, it can't be 2015. It was 2020, wasn't it? The last big flood. But yeah, it's I don't live anywhere near that side of town that floods. But yeah, it's a bit crazy. What did happen was when it did flood, there was a lot of people trying to get to the Lego show in Sheffield, and a lot of Sheffield was flooded. But where the Lego show was, it's called High Store School, and it's the highest school in the UK. or one of the high schools in the UK. It's on the side of the peaks, so that obviously didn't flood, but it was people getting there. So I know that.
Yeah.
Do you know? Oh, so you're London AFOLs. Do you know Wes Bricks?
I probably do, but half the times I only I'm not good with associating faces with avatar names.
He came from. I think he's in London AFOLs. He started a lug called Black Lug, which is hilarious. He's got 001 in his back, so I'm like, can I have a 002, please? And he's.
I saw him wandering around at Steam because he had like a black lug shirt.
He just disappears and leaves his Lego. It's so funny, but I've seen him a couple of times. So he tries to get me to go down to Reading Brickshire. I'm like, I can't. It's too far. It's too far. And I'm like, and he looks at me because he was saying this at York because he got up to York. And I was like, that's really bad, isn't it? He's like, yeah, it is. But he turned up he was at Sheffield Brick Show displaying. And he struggled to get. He says it's twice now. It's like a 3-hour journey, and it's taken him 6 to 8 hours because something's happened where it's just taken him absolutely ages. And he had to. It was telling him to get off of the motorway, but it told him to get off of the motorway at Chesterfield, and Chesterfield was flooded. So then he had to backtrack and it took him about 6 to 8 hours to get to Sheffield. And all they had to do was just stick on the M1, and you'd go past the floods. But yeah, you didn't know that.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Half the times, particularly if you're going to an area you've never been to, it's just plug it into the GPS and pray.
I always use Apple Maps because it updates via the satellites. If the road's closed, it's almost instantaneous that it will basically tell you that road's closed. So I always use, even though my car's got a sat nav, I will use my phone.
Yeah.
It's just.
I generally find the ones in the ones in the car, it's obviously partially developed by whoever the manufacturer is versus, a tech company. Like, who's going to have the better one? Like,
Exactly.
I mean, when they first came out in like the early or the late 1990s and early 2000s, fine, okay.
Yeah.
Once they started putting it in the phone, because what was it? It used to be, was it TomTom and was it Garmin or something?
Garmin, TomTom. Yeah, I've still got an old TomTom somewhere.
They were good, and then once the smartphones came along, it's like, this is kind of redundant because they weren't cheap. They
weren't.
Like a couple £100.
The best thing we ever did was when we went to America. Like the holiday companies used to rent you a sat nav for like £200.
Yes.
Yeah. So what me and Mark did was we got to the airport, and then we struggled with paper maps to find the nearest Walmart and bought a TomTom for £100. It was 150 quid, and then we used that for like a good couple of years and saved a lot of money. But now you can just use your phone. It's great.
Yeah, I remember, where did we go? It was in Australia sometime. And we hired, same sort of thing. It must be in Tasmania. And got there, got a car, hired one of those things. And the previous person had hard locked it into like Spanish or something.
Oh, God.
And it's like, come on, guys. This is like an English-speaking country. Like, because Australia's so far away from anywhere, okay, yes, you do get people who speak native languages and things, but, speaking other than that English, it really isn't a done thing.
No.
And then being in Tasmania, which is kind of like away from everything.
Yeah.
And, it's very much, we're away from everything. So it's like a country bumpkin type thing. It's like, we don't really have any and can't really figure this out. But, if you want, when you bring it back because the machine's not working, we'll give you a refund on it. And it's just like, none of that ever happened.
No. I think we used that sat nav all the way until 2016. I mean, that's the last time we went, and we bought it in 2011.
Yeah.
So it lasted a good couple of years.
So you got that in the States?
Yeah, we bought it in the States and just used it in the States. That was it.
So where did you travel in the States?
Florida. Oh, I've been. So we took it to So we went to Florida, and then we took it to Las Vegas to get to Anaheim, but it was basically one long road. We didn't use it in New York because we didn't get a car. Yeah, so just those two places. Yeah. But it was just like getting from the initial thing is getting from the airport to Disney World, basically, when we were going then.
Yeah.
But like it enabled us to do more things when we got it, because like on a couple of journeys we didn't just do Disney and things. We went to Cape Canaveral, we went to Wekiva State Park and stuff, and you know, it just opens up a lot more things that you can do. It's so easy to drive over there as well.
Yeah. Providing you wrap your head around being on the other side of the road.
Yeah. I've never driven over there, wasn't I?
Oh, okay. You didn't have to worry about that concern. So
no, the hubby did it.
Yeah, sometimes when you're doing that, it's very much like passenger side closest to the curb, passenger side closest to
Well, it definitely helped when I was geocaching as well, because like we was navigating to geocaches and stuff. It didn't help being safe, and I got eaten by an alligator one time. That was stupid.
No.
But, yeah. And a bear.
Alligators.
Yeah, a bear.
Alligators won't eat you, and they might bite onto you and let go. It's crocodiles that will eat you.
Oh no! I don't know, but this alligator was massive. It was a good 12 foot long. It was the biggest one we'd ever seen in the wild. Yeah, stupid. Like we saw the sign after. Come up and snapped at us. Well, you snapped at a turtle, but my face was there taking a picture of the turtle. Yeah, never been so scared in my life. But anyway,
looking up at you. That's a weird looking turtle. Shell, like some black glasses.
So the turtle was swimming in the water. And I was like, oh, look, there's a turtle with babies. Oh, look. There's a baby sat on top of it. And so I was taking a picture, and then all of a sudden, there was like bubbles next to it. And then just a head came from underneath and snapped it. And the turtle shot out of its mouth. It was so funny. But like it got no teeth or something. It just popped and went like that.
Yeah.
And all you can see is me taking pictures. And then you can see pictures of the sky. And then a picture of this alligator, and it had gone back down a little bit, and its head was this big. So you could just see its head. It was that big. So scary. And then when we left, because I'd gone to find a geocache in the woods next to it, and as we went back to the car, there was a big sign saying "Caution: Alligator in canal." It's like, we probably should have seen that first.
That would have been handy to know this morning.
Yes. Well, this is it. When you're Brits, I mean, you probably don't experience this as an Australian, but when you're Brits, we don't have a fear of things that can eat us or sting us or kill us, because there's no predators over here.
And even what you've got is so sort of tame and things like, you know, all the spiders and things around here. And that's the funny thing is when the kids... There's a Peppa Pig episode where they make friends with spiders. And in Australia, that episode is banned because you just... well, the spiders over there will actually, if it doesn't kill you, it's going to make you very, very sick.
Yeah.
So, much to your sort of thing, like spiders here just don't worry me in the slightest. But when I'm sort of back home, it's like, okay, you know, you're a little bit more conscious. Because particularly in the heat, they come into the house looking for water. So... Yeah. And they love to sleep in your shoes. So whenever you pick up a shoe, giving it a good shake just to make sure there's nothing in there. Occasionally something comes out. Like,
see, you just wouldn't think about this, would you? I can remember as a kid, I put my wellies on to run outside. I was very young. I didn't have socks on, and I put my wellies on, and there was a slug in there. Yeah, that was awful. But it still didn't hurt me. It was just the feeling of it.
Right.
That's the thing I notice at night here. Like you walk outside and like on the back patio, there's slugs everywhere.
Slugs everywhere, yeah.
Like,
don't know why.
Where do these things come from? Like obviously, you know.
Yeah.
And because you walk out or whatever just to take the dog out, and you know, particularly when it's a bit warmer, like your bare feet and you just foot straight. Oh, that's
awful. Yeah.
And then sometimes because it's summer and the dog's in and out, so you leave the back door open and you go into the kitchen and they're like crawling along the kitchen. It's like, oh, it's
okay. How do you get in here?
Yeah.
I've
'Cause,
got a
like,
problem at the minute with, those, so ladybirds.
Yeah.
At the minute, there's an invasive ladybird that's like black and red black with red spots or orange with red spots, and apparently they're quite poisonous and they leave. Yeah, and we've got an infestation at the minute, and they're living in my bathroom window, because we leave it open a crack, so they're living down the cracks. And I opened it yesterday morning, or no, not yesterday morning, the day before. And I was like, what's all this? And there was thousands of them living around. So I got like a little brush and I swept them all off. And obviously the ladybirds, they started flying. I've left the window open. I just got attacked by them.
I shouldn't have, but
that might have been a mistake. So basically, I had to quickly close the bathroom door because I've heard that they'll sit on your, they'll go onto your blinds and your clothes and stuff and leave like an orange spot. And I've noticed these orange spots like on my blinds and things. I thought, what's this?
What's that?
Yeah. Anyway, caught them all. It took me ages. Put them all out of the window again. Put the window back on Put the window back on the latch. Opened it again yesterday morning. They were all back. It's very strange. So I don't know whether they've. It's so weird. If I go in there now and open it, they'll be all back in my window. But apparently they're hibernating, and I'd woke them all up.
And you made them very, very angry.
Them very angry. Yeah. Like, oh my god! It's like attacked by these little ladybirds. It was so weird though. Yeah.
That's the worst thing you can get attacked by in the UK is the ladybirds.
Yeah. But apparently they're not our ladybirds. They've come over from somewhere else.
Yeah.
They've migrated for the winter, apparently.
Yeah, because I was talking to the boys earlier, and they're going, some of the dangerous animals in Australia. It's like, yeah, well, between the snakes, the spiders, the lizards, sharks, sort of like take your pick, and crocodiles. Like, because that's always the thing that it's quite common on the news. You'll hear from like up in the Northern Territory. Oh yeah, some foreign tourists went swimming in crocodile infested waters and never came back. It's just like.
So what did you go through in the waters for that? So every time that we've been to Florida, there's been an alligator attack. I know you said that they don't bite you, but they did they closed down Bay Lake from people going anywhere near the end of it because a child got taken on the year that we went. Yeah. And that's Disney, you know what I mean? So that's an embarrassment for them. And a child got taken. Yeah, and then we went
the
to
happiest place on earth, even for the alligators.
And we went to Wekiva State Park, and they've got like a watering hole there, which has like got a natural spring under it, and it's like a natural hot. Well, it's not a hot spot, but it's a natural spot where people can go swimming. So we'd gone swimming there, and when we came out, we were talking to a little lady in Celebration, and she said, "You should not go swimming in any body of water in Florida. Alligators can climb." And we were like, what? She went, alligators can climb. She went, they might check that state. They might check that watering spot, but alligators will go down to the bottom. They'll disguise themselves, and they'll come up. So yeah, I was like, oh right, okay. And we've been swimming in there all day.
Yeah.
But they find alligators in people's pools and stuff because they'll climb over.
Yeah.
Just get in the pool.
Yeah.
And then on one of the days, there was an alligator walking down International Drive. They had to, only in Florida.
Only in Florida.
Yeah, every single time we've been, there's been an alligator issue at some point. And then
they come looking for you.
Maybe,
Immigration gives a heads up. Kerry's coming. Right, we need to find.
We were in Animal Kingdom, and there were some cast members acting really strange and poking the bushes around. We were going into the Tree of Life. It's a Bugs Life ride. And there's a Tree of Life, and underneath it is the Bugs Life ride, and it's all like in Animal Kingdom, it's all nature and grass and everything. Yeah. And like the cast members were like doing something, and I just went, "What are you doing?" And they went, "Oh, nothing to worry about."
Nothing to worry
and I was
about.
like, "Are you looking for a snake?" And he went, "No." The way that he said it, and he thought it was funny. I am petrified of snakes, absolutely petrified. I have never moved into that ride so fast in my life. And then we got in. because they just opened the doors. I'm like, oh my God. And then my hubby just turned around and went, what if it came in before? So I'm sat there like this with my hands.
The whole time.
Yeah, I could not wait to get out of that. But I was looking for them then. That's the problem. Never seen a snake in the wild in America, but then I was looking for them. I saw so many.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Disneyland, Disney World.
Yeah. Snake in Disney World.
No,
They're all
no,
poisonous
it's
over
not a
there as
snake.
well.
It's definitely not a snake. It's the alligator we're worried
It's just the way that he went, no.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So, yeah.
Oh, dear me. Oh, we're starting to push up against the 3-hour mark, so maybe just sort of
right, yeah.
go around and I'm sure you've got your bath ready for you. So
I
beyond
have.
that,
I don't know actually. I haven't said that yet. You went for a shower, so I'm not sure. You might. It would have been quite noisy for him to have run it whilst I was on it. So maybe no. We'll see. But yes,
do you want to just give us a quick little look at what you've been working on, and then anything coming up on your socials?
Yep. So I started on my show on Wednesday, doing a tribute to Matthew Perry. So I did the first bit of the Friend's apartment, and then I've continued that.
Nice.
I've continued that today by carrying on by doing the girl side and the corridor.
Yeah. In between. Cool.
In between bit, yeah. That's really pretty cool. I will be streaming again next week to finish this. If I don't jump on tomorrow at some point in the daytime, I might just pop on at some point in the daytime just to finish it, because I really, really, really want to start this set on my stream next week.
Oh, nice.
Now I'm not sure exactly what day it will be, because as I said, I have picked up a small part-time job and I don't know when I'm working, but I'll only be working 1 or 2 or 3 shifts next week, so I will definitely be streaming on one of the other days, but I can't confirm what day that'll be. And then on Friday, I think I'm back on London Calling for the first time in about 2 months. Not this Friday, Friday afterwards.
Right after that.
But in between, hopefully, I won't be working on the Thursday, and I'll be able to be on here next week as well.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, no, it's been great to have you on, like, sort of early, and you were the first one actually in the green room. So it's it's brilliant. I know obviously it has a different impact on your life as such. And then mid-lib, I can't even. Yeah. There are snakes on this Disney ride.
Yeah. Exactly. You know what I mean? I was honestly, and it's in the dark as well, that ride. It's in the dark, and it's a 4D experience. So basically, you're watching it. It's in 3D. You've got glasses on, and they're shooting water at you and steam and
yeah.
I can just imagine the 4D. Something comes up, and it's.
I was not happy.
This is not what 4D is meant to mean.
No, not after I've just. I would have been fine if it wasn't the hubby saying, "What if the snake went into the ride when the door opened?"
Yeah.
Stupid boy. Honestly.
What would Carrie? What would you have done if he had just reached out to you under, like, with his hand, like just touching?
I don't know. So my mouth is starting to water now by talking about snakes. I have got innate fear of them. I don't know whether I would lash out, whether I would freeze. I've done other things before, but I'm not. Oh, I can't. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Can you imagine if you had tried to jump out of the ride? Like, okay.
It wasn't actually. It's not actually a ride. It was just like a cinema thing.
Ah, okay.
But, yeah. So you know, I mean, it's a ride that I've been on. I say it's a ride. It's a show. It's one that I've been on before. We had to take our nephew out because it went dark and he started screaming, even though it's a kids thing. So it's one of those ones that, you know, not fun. Not fun. Generally, it's a very nice ride, but.
Cool. And with the Friends apartment there that you've done, have you ever had any thoughts about doing that sort of sitplex?
I have, because I've got all of them. I've got The Office there. I've got Seinfeld. I've got Queer Eye. I've got Big Bang Theory. I've got the Friends one. I haven't got the 4 one.
Do you have Central Perk?
I've got Central Perk, yeah.
Do you have 2 of them?
No.
Okay. Because I think
you have to make it a bit bigger, don't you?
Yeah, so you got to do it's 2. Okay, yeah, because much the same. I think I got most of them, but
with Central Perk, you don't necessarily need to. You just need to make it wider at the bottom, so you can use that you can do it with loose bits.
Yeah.
Because with this one, I know it goes. I've got a friend that's done it, so this one goes on top of that one. You can do like a skinnier one, so it's not as big. And then there's the Office. They're normally 2 base plates long, aren't they? Or a base plate and a half. I think that's how long it is, because this needs squaring off as well. This one.
Yeah.
If I remember rightly.
Because I've much the same. Got most of them, and did manage to get 2 Central Perks because it was always on sale, and then I've gone looking at the extra bricks that you need, and it's considerable.
God. Sorry, I do have 2 Central Perks. A friend picked up one of them last week for me, second hand. She went, "Any interest in this?" Sold it for 20 quid.
Oh, nice.
Wait a minute. I am just going to check.
Double check that one.
I can remember, and I kind of said, "Oh, I've already got that. Don't really matter." Then I went, "Oh, I said it's probably worth it. 20 quid for."
Yeah, it's.
I didn't really pay attention. My friend, she likes to talk Lego to me quite often. She talks about Lego.
You want this? Yeah. What about this? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And she'll randomly send me things like she'll send me Harry Potter Lego, and I'm like, "What do you got all those?" So I just generally ignore her. But she sent me this, and I was like, "Oh, actually, that's quite a good, decent deal." And then next minute she went, "I've got it for you," and I'm like, "What? Okay." I can't find it now. I'll have to find it and I'll have to tell you about it, whether or not it's a good deal, because I'm seeing her next. She lives in Manchester, so I'm seeing her next week.
Yeah. No, I mean £20 for that. That's a good deal.
Yeah. Definitely.
Cool. All right then. Lady Brick, how did you get on with your build, and what do you got coming up on your socials?
The cannons are a bit loopy. I'm not really sure. I think I did something wrong. They do not really want to stay up.
Okay.
But other than that, I like it. Yeah. Now I need to decide what to do with it. Does it stay intact? Does it go into zipper bags? Or do I use the pieces? Because I wanted the mini pigs and they look amazing.
Yeah, no, they are good. The purple ones.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why the purple. I kept on seeing those, thinking, where have the purple ones come from? I couldn't figure it out. And it's that one.
Yeah.
It's that one. Yeah, it's the I think it's the 212. Is it?
182.
182.
See, I have somewhere the box. Oh, 187. 187.
The 187th. Okay. Yeah, 212. Must be thinking of the orange ones, but yeah, it's.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the purple ones. I think this is the first time they may have done them, but
I think so.
ad libs come up. You didn't need me brick. The turrets hold up very well, or maybe it means the turrets don't hold up well. I don't know. It's
right.
My little one built that, so I never got a chance to go near it, so I'm not quite sure what
Oh, yeah. But other than that,
change it to you don't.
Yeah, don't.
Right.
Okay.
I'm
good.
so glad. Yeah, because there's nothing with that I could have done differently. Yeah. Yeah. But I will be with Fab Blondie on Sunday.
Okay, and that's on her channel at what time is that?
7. Wait a minute. It should be 7 p.m. UK time, because theoretically next weekend the time switches.
Switched last weekend. Oh, it's
For us, yeah, because
Right,
that was my challenge last weekend when I was with Fab Blondie. Our time went back, which meant that we met at 6 p.m. UK time, when otherwise we meet at 7 p.m.
Ah, okay.
Right. So what time is it in Germany now?
20 minutes to 1.
That's late.
Okay, so you're still an hour in front of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Because your time changed at the same time as ours, didn't it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
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 It always surprises me that 1 hour can make such a difference. Theoretically, it's just an hour. It's just yeah.
It's trivial.
Right.
No, that
Yeah.
was
Sorry, I've just found that. I've just found the actual advert. It says Friends Central Perk Lego set, instructions not included, almost complete, sold as pictured, £20, slightly dusty. So yeah, so I'll have to. It might be fake, but for 20 quid, you know,
give it a shot.
I
Find out.
basically
Yeah.
said, yeah, grab it. You can use that for the parts. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
no.
could be legit because I think I bought all my Central Perks from Amazon Germany and I paid 54 euros for it.
Yeah.
New in box, then used with
And that
missing
was
parts.
also a week before he passed away. So
Yeah.
they wouldn't have, it's probably an expensive set now.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least for the next month or two, when it all sort of calms down a little bit. But yeah.
So I do have a second Central Perk set.
That could be a good thing in the end. So yeah, and just let's see now. For me, I was working on the Indiana Jones car.
I like that car.
Yeah, it's quite a funky little build. So do
I was gonna do that set as well because I picked it up and thought I'd bought it, but I put it down and bought the Star Wars Christmas set. So I was like, oh, I can build that with Matt. And then I'm looking for it thinking, why can't I find it? I bought it only last week, why didn't I put it back down?
And then start on the first part of the plane, and the wings will sort of come on after that. And what else? So I think coming up for me, hopefully this Saturday, get back onto a regular sort of pattern with the top 5 most expensive Lego sets. It should be 1989 edition. So now it's going to start getting interesting because 1990 was the first year they did all Star Wars and things like that. So now it's purely non-licenses as such. And there's some interesting things in those. And just otherwise, I think back here next Thursday, same sort of time, 8:30 p.m. UK. And I don't think I'll get a chance. There's a couple other videos which are in development hell, so they're there, partially filmed. They'll come out at some stage when they come out. Other than that, I just sort of had a poll up. Is it too early to think about Christmas?
Yes.
We actually had 21% of people being led very strong by Kerry saying, yes, I'm a Grinch. 37% of people going, no, Mariah Carey is making money out of this. And surprisingly, with 42%, with Lego, Christmas is all the time. So I'll just put an end to that sort of poll there. So that's good. Thanks to everyone who participated in that. And the usual sort of social media things, share, like, subscribe, check out everyone who's here, details down below or around the video. And a big shout out to everyone who is in here tonight: Bricky Kai, Mad Lib, Omega Man, Bonnie's Bricks, Brett's Builds, Bovlevo, TJ, KO, Simon, Moss, Simon, Fab, Blondie's Bricks, and
you're doing very well.
Those were I'm like, get the main ones correct, the ones that you would bring all night long. And also Brick Skew dropped by as well. Good to see that. I think those are the main people there. And I think that's pretty much it. Anybody else got any final last minute things to say or think about before we get out of here?
That I will be at some point, hopefully tomorrow or the day after, be doing my Pick a Brick Cup, Pick a Brick Box video, but don't quote me on that because I'm terrible for not getting videos out.
We'll certainly look forward to the Master Jedi Pab Jug Hacker box thingy. See how the transition across from the circular to the square, choosing words very carefully here. That's and yeah, thanks very much for everyone, and we will see you hopefully next week. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
Mr. Bigger, give me a super duper.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.